Good morning, Soldier Boy here, and welcome back to Hogwarts Legacy for live stream number 16 as we continue our journey through the game. Today is a little bit of a different one. Today we are doing a partial playthrough of Ravenclaw and their house quest. That is the plan. This was decided at the start of the week. We've got, for the Platinum Trophy, we need to do 3 partial playthroughs of the other houses. But it also gives us a chance to see house-specific quests, which is something we wanted to do anyway. So Ravenclaw is the one we're doing today. Tomorrow will be the next one, and then Friday will be the next one. If we have extra time, because we only have to get to the map chamber. Once you get to the map chamber, the partial playthrough is done. We should get the trophy job done. Once that happens, we will stop. And if there's any time left in the stream, we'll go back to our main save and continue that. There's a vote for... in terms of doing the trophies live or not live for the Platinum, seems to be overwhelmingly in favour of doing them live, which is fantastic. It means we'll get it done quicker because I don't have the time away from stream to do it. So that's a bonus. So there's still lots more to see in Hogwarts Legacy and lots more to do. So we'll be doing this. So we're doing the partial playthroughs this week for the next 3 mornings, including this morning. And then next week we shall be trying to finish off the game. What I will do is I need to get a vote sorted for next main live stream game. Because I don't think we'll be that long till everything's done for this. So that vote will be going live at some point this week when I've actually organised it. I know, I haven't been organised this week. Yesterday's appointment kind of threw me off quite a bit. So yeah, it's been a bit more difficult this week to organise things. So the plan will be, we'll do a vote for what next live stream game, which will start when this ends. We could just move the Batman trilogy to morning streams. But then we'd still need something to do in the evenings. So we've got to kind of work out what the best thing is, really. A massive thank you to everyone that's watched the channel update that went live yesterday. I hope I kind of come across the way I wanted to. It was a bit difficult. So I'm just checking sound. It was a bit of a weird one to talk about. I find it a bit weird to talk about things like that. I mean money and stuff like that. So I'm hoping it came across okay. I needed just to get how I felt about it out, because I know a few people have asked, and it was just, I needed to be honest and just, talk about it as much as possible in the only way I knew how, really. Thanks for the like, Corridors, much appreciated. So yeah, hopefully that went to come across okay. Bear with me a second just while I try and get a tweet out. Still can't type. So as I say, if we can get these partial playthroughs done and have a bit of that time left in the stream, because we've got a 3.5 hour stream this morning and tomorrow morning. If we have any time left, we'll just load up our normal save and carry on with that. That's the thing. So there's always that extra part we can do. Especially since the vote is so overwhelmingly, words out, in favour of doing everything live, which is brilliant. It just means that we'll all get to experience things we may not have seen yet. It's just a case of taking the time and getting everything done. I'm kind of estimating we'll be finished by end of next week. That's my estimation. I have had a check on rough date for DLC for Horizon Forbidden West, and now we're talking April, it seems. I thought it was March, but it seems to be April. For some reason. Ziri, good morning, how are you? Yeah, I was adamant it was due out in March, and for some reason it's telling me April. I don't know why. But it is what it is. If that's the case, we've definitely got time for a new live stream game in between. But there'll be a vote as always. Okay, we've got to make sure we don't delete this character. This is our main journey. As I say, we're going to do partial playthroughs. I'm not worried about the cosmetics. Do you know what? We might even be a guild for this one. Just because I think that way we might see some things we wouldn't see normally. Akila, good morning. How are you? Thanks for the like. Always much appreciated. Normal. I'm not worried about voice. I've got. Do you know what? We're actually going to name it Ravenclaw. I say it. I should have said her. Sorry. Because this is the house we're going to be in this partial playthrough, and that way we know exactly what's going on. There we go. So today we're going to be we're going to do Ravenclaw partial playthrough. Any extra time once we get to the map chamber left over, we'll load our normal save and do that one, and then go from there. As I say, the plan is platinum. We're going to do live as per you guys' vote. You guys, all of you that have voted, we're going to do the platinum live. So we need to do 3 partial playthroughs, but also it gives us a chance to do house specific quests as well. And Ravenclaw will be the first one today.
It appears we are almost ready to depart.
But I hope everyone's had a good week so far. Mine was a bit weird because I had this appointment yesterday. Every specialist appointment we've had so far,
I have, Professor.
we have always had bad news. And yesterday was no different.
So quickly to a second-hand wand. You'll be a force
Yeah,
to be reckoned
it
with
wasn't
when you
fun.
get your own.
Thank
The
you, Professor Fig.
specialist
I
reckons
appreciate you
we
working
need
with me.
another MRI to see what's going on with the back. Potentially surgery with a plate being put in.
George,
If you have the plate though, we can't have the implant to help the foot. We can't have both because they don't work together. But we may not be able to plate or the implant because if we have arthritis in the spine, then they can't do anything. It's always fun. So yeah, another specialist appointment with more bad news as always. But it is what it is. We're just going to
why don't we speak on to Hogwarts?
keep smiling, keep
start of term feast and
happy as
sorting
possible,
ceremony
and
to
just
get
keep
to.
soldiering
Wonderful
on.
idea.
I think that's
As
the
long
only
as
thing
your
we can
young
do.
charge here doesn't mind me tagging along.
Not at all, sir.
After you. Ages since I've been to the castle. Would
I
be
don't know.
good to see the old pile of rocks.
I can skip the talking because we have seen all this before. I don't know whether to or not. Obviously, all we've got to do for the partial playthrough is get to the map chamber. Once it's done, that's that partial playthrough done. Obviously, house-specific quest as well, though. I want to see that. We'll try and do the house-specific quest before we do the before we get to the map chamber. But I can skip the cutscenes. I just don't know if we should or not. But this is required for the platinum, which is why we said we'd do these today, tomorrow, and Friday morning stream. Will be the partial playthroughs. It's a chance to see stuff we may have missed at the start though as well, to be fair. That's the other side of it. But in theory this will hopefully be our 13th channel platinum. I'm still working on God of War 4 and God of War Ragnarok off stream, which I'm struggling for time, so I haven't done too much with it. But yeah, we will be. This should be a channel, 13th channel platinum by the looks of things.
And who is your travelling companion?
A new student.
New?
Yes, sir. I'm starting school as a 5th year.
Thank you for the like, much appreciated. That was
Extraordinary. It is indeed. None of the faculty has ever heard of anyone being admitted to Hogwarts so late.
I just picked a girl because there was a boy in our main playthrough. I just thought it made sense just to try someone different. You may see different things.
Skills for 4 years now. The headmaster asked if I could get our new student up to speed.
I need for more than that, really, to be fair.
Well, you couldn't have asked for a better mentor. Professor Fig is not only an exceptional teacher, he's also a remarkably intuitive.
I just don't know whether to skip cutscenes. If you guys
Mr. Osric is prone to flattery.
if you guys want me to skip the cutscenes, tell me.
Risen so far at the ministry.
I just don't know whether we should or not. It's one of those, so I'll leave it to you guys to decide.
I have. Opinions
At least we don't have
differ
to
as
go and
how
fight the
great
dragon
the
again,
Ragnarok really
because we're only doing a partial to the map chamber.
Although I've yet to
That
convince
final
my
mission
colleagues
wouldn't
of the
need to be done
ministry,
again, which is
I
good,
believe he
because
is
that was
a
horrendous.
significant threat. And it was your wife, Eleazar, who alerted me to his activities months ago.
Miriam.
And I did do a little bit of research on the house specific quests just so I knew what they were. So we know for the name. The Ravenclaw house specific quest is meant to be the weakest house quest in the game. So that's why I thought we'd start with it, to be fair.
Received this. It was the last.
At least we know what we're doing with
with
magic and stuff, which will make life a little bit
It came
easier.
to me via her owl, but with no correspondence. I can only assume
That she had to get rid of it quickly to keep it safe.
presumably.
But yeah, a lot of the side stuff we'll miss. We'll, you know, the focus is on the house quest and the map chamber. That's where we've got to get to. So main quest kind of will take our focus as much as possible.
That symbol.
What's the glow?
Obviously, we'll need to learn some spells, but we won't get most of
Nor
them.
do I.
And we won't really explore that much. There's no need to. We can do that on our main save, although we have explored quite a lot of it on our main save already.
Merlin's.
But yeah, let me know if you want me to skip cutscenes. I'm just not sure which way to do it, to be fair.
We did.
And we get to see a different house room as well. We're doing the different houses. That's the other thing. Okay.
Give me your hand.
I did enjoy that start. To be fair, when we started the whole game from the beginning, I did enjoy that start. Yeah, as I say, we're not gonna look around that much. It'll be a case of get through to the map chamber as quick as we can. We'll spend our time doing the house quest and see a bit more of that.
Take this. It's Wiggenweld potion. That stuff will right you in a second.
But there's no need to focus on exploring, is there really? That's the thing. I'm more interested in just seeing the house quest to see differences.
Oh, George. I can't believe he... What the hell got into that damn thing? Attacking a carriage mid-air? A typical dragon would never...
Professor? Sir, where are we?
I'm not sure. But that key you discovered was clearly a port key.
Port key?
An item enchanted to bring whoever touches it to a specific place.
Okay. So we should be able to run through this bit fairly
Feeling
quickly,
better,
I think.
sir, if you'd like to look around a bit.
I would. But stay close. We've no idea who created this port key. Or why.
They estimate roughly it's 2 hours to get to the map chamber for the start of the game, so it shouldn't take too long, I don't think, to get there. Depending obviously what you do in between.
How far did that port key take us?
Farther from London than the carriage travelled. We're somewhere
Just need to remember we don't have the spells we normally use.
Those ruins.
That's the other thing. We're so used to fighting in a set way. I've just got to remember we don't have that luxury this time.
But Miriam sent that port key.
It's going to be a bit weird not having what we normally have.
And I believe that she, and now George, died in pursuit of whatever it was meant to lead to. If you're sure you're all right and wouldn't mind indulging me, I'd like to have a look around.
Absolutely, sir.
Good. Let's see if we can find a path, however faded it may be.
Right, let's find a path.
Mind your step.
As I say, we don't need to. When we first started this originally, we were looking around and checking everything.
A good question.
Don't need to worry too much about that this time.
Miriam spent years searching for evidence of a long-forgotten form of ancient magic.
I'm still in two minds whether to skip cutscenes or not, because we've seen them.
Yes.
It's one of those. I'm always one of these people that focus on story so much. It's kind of weird for me to skip a
Seems
cutscene.
to have been lost to time.
I think by the time we do our next house tomorrow,
Hogwarts
we'll
Castle
probably
was
end
built
up
by
skipping quite a few of
and
them.
is itself a stronghold of that ancient magic.
Come
I
on.
don't know where she came into possession of the port key, but I am certain it was to do with that search. Ah, there's the path down below. This way.
I'm already here. Come on, Fig.
But sir, why was your wife searching for evidence of lost magic?
Miriam wanted to understand why such powerful magic disappeared from the wizarding world. Spoke of the good it could do. But magic is no different
I can't
than
do any magic
power.
yet. I was hoping I could just destroy that straight, but I can't. So I gotta wait. Wait till he tells me to.
Is that ice?
It's not cold enough here. It appears to be a sort of enchantment. Someone wanted to block this path. Let's see some of that wand work you were practicing. Focus on the center.
There we go, job done.
Excellent!
Yeah. As I say, it is a case of we're just going to try and get through this one as quickly as we can.
That was a bit rougher than I'd expected.
We're going up here, aren't we? If I remember correctly. Maybe we're not going up there.
Ah, up there.
Alright, we are going up there. It just wouldn't allow me to start with. I had to wait for Fig.
We're close now. It's just ahead. Steady yourself. Reparo!
It is quite cool seeing some of this style again though. There's always details you miss. But the same as a film. If you watch a film a second time round, you'll notice things you didn't see the first time. And that's what I always find interesting about these things. I'm never one for doing more than one playthrough normally on New Game Plus. It doesn't interest me, but seeing some of this a second time is actually, yeah, that's really cool.
Why would someone have built this here?
I suspect they valued their privacy. That portkey led us here for a reason. Let's have a look around for anything that seems out of place.
Trying to remember what it was we've got to actually look for this time. Okay, cool. There's something we've got to look at, isn't there, specifically, I believe. So I'm just trying to remember what it was. I think I found it. It's always that first moment. I'm never exactly sure exactly what we needed to do, but we have found it.
What's this? Professor Fig!
Wait for Fig to get to us. Sure he'll take his time. I can't just do anything till he's here. Come on, Fig.
How odd. Why would someone have conjured that enchanted stone here?
And how is there a room behind it?
What room? I don't see anything.
There's that glow again, like the glow on the portkey container.
In we go.
What in Merlin's name? Godric's heart.
Where are we?
I don't believe it.
Right, let's wake the
Hello?
sleeping goblin. As I say, let me know if you want me to skip the cutscenes. I'm in two minds. Skipping story is really weird for me, but we have done all this. Do let me know.
It can't be. Just a moment.
The difference this time is when in conversation, we're not going to ask every question, we're just going to do the main one as well. There's no need to do other information now.
Welcome to Gringotts Wizarding Bank. Vault number 12, I presume.
Precisely. The key?
Your wife's portkey.
Oh, yes, of course.
This way, then.
Stay close. After you.
Yeah, I remember this bit when we started our main playthrough. This was definitely a sight to behold when we first did this.
If you don't wish to lose them.
How many vaults are there in Hogwarts?
Hundreds. In fact, we'll see quite a few on our way to vault number 12. As we speak, we're just beneath the main lobby. The vault you'll see now are the nearest.
Are private entrances to the bank common at Gringotts?
They are most uncommon. Only one with great wealth or power, or both, could have arranged for such a service.
Who want to take a breath? A what? That waterfall washes away all enchantments. It's a security measure.
Experienced the thief's downfall before, have you?
Heard of it?
These are the lower vaults that we're passing now.
How deep will we go?
Vault number 12 was commissioned shortly after Gringotts was founded over 4 centuries ago.
So it's one of the first vaults, isn't
Part
it?
of the bank. Settle in. We've quite a distance to go.
And we're here.
Vault number.
Vault 12. Momentous day.
On your way.
Imagine being a guard in this vault and just sitting there all day, not seeing anyone, because you wouldn't see anyone for ages, would you? Thanks for the like, followers, much appreciated.
Professor, the armband the guard was wearing was glowing.
Like the glow you saw in the porky container.
No, darker. I saw that same glow on the dragon's collar.
Yeah, what was that? We were just wondering about that goblin back there.
He watches over the oldest section of the bank. Rare anyone goes there anymore.
Okay, we're here.
Here we are.
Right, let's go and
When was
get
the
what we
last
need.
time this vault was accessed?
A goblin has been stationed at my desk for hundreds of years. In that time, no one.
We really
has
took our
visited
time on this
Vault
bit last
12
time when we started our main
until
playthrough.
Today.
It's a bit different now. I just want it all to happen quicker.
Vault 12.
Thank you for your help.
Here we go. He's going to lock the door behind us as well.
What do you suppose we should be looking for?
I'm not sure. Sir, I wonder if you
The
might...
instructions for Vault 12 indicate that I am to grant access to the holder of the key and then close the door.
Wait.
Best of luck.
Professor?
That was certainly unexpected.
Really? Was it?
Let me think. There must be something here. Revelio, perhaps.
Revelio?
Yes, a revealing charm. No time like the present. Let's see what we're missing, shall we? Ready your wand.
This is when we learned our first spell as well. Seems so long ago since we did all this. It's amazing how a game, you get so into it, you forget about some of the start part.
Revelio.
Move a bit closer and try again.
Another door.
A door?
Well, that's a start. There's that symbol again. I don't suppose you see a way to...
I do, Professor. That symbol has the same glow as the one I saw in the portkey container.
Once we're in
If
Hogwarts,
what
this
you
will all
can
speed
see
up a lot
reveals the
because
way forward,
we're not going to focus on
then
any
I
side
dare
stuff,
say
so
we
it should be
are
quite
about to
quick.
discover the secret of
I
this
can't
vault.
quite remember
Lead the way.
how long it takes to get to the map chamber because we did so much side stuff along the way and explored and things.
Lumos.
And obviously we need to wait until at a point where we can do
This
the
is no
house-specific
ordinary
quest
vault.
as well.
I suspect we will need to earn our way out of here.
What do you mean, earn our way out? Do you think this is some sort of test?
I do. But to what end, I can't say. Stay close. There will be no disapparating if things go poorly. Not out of Gringotts.
Right, come on, Fig. Take us where we need to go. Can't go any faster, annoyingly.
I see something up ahead.
What is it?
That glow again, but on the floor.
There we go.
Lumos! What happened?
When I moved towards the glow, it suddenly seemed as if the ground was swirling about.
Are you all right?
Yes, sir, I'm fine.
Right, we need to reveal the
You
night.
seem to have caused the floor to
I have seen
change.
some people on PC do mods
That
for this, so they've
statue.
got like John Cena
What
or The
statue?
Rock instead of the
I see
statues.
some sort of statue, but only as a reflection in the floor. Revelio.
I presume this is what you saw reflected in the floor.
It is. The reflection's still there, but the statue's positions don't match.
Come over here,
Wait.
Fig.
When you moved, the reflection turned in the direction of the light.
Perhaps you should cast Lumos.
Okay, let's learn Lumos. Yeah, I think tomorrow when we do the next partial playthrough, we'll skip a lot of the cutscenes and stuff.
Lumos.
Well done.
Now the reflection is turning towards me. It does follow the light.
Okay, more knights. It's always weird going into these sequences, knowing what spells we know in our main playthrough compared to now. You know, there's lots we would have done at this stage if we had to what we have now. Not that we need to. Fig's on top of it. This was our first real time of fighting in the game, and it was quite cool.
Stay close.
I'm close.
Lumos.
Fig's gone. Where is
Professor?
Fig?
Professor Fig! Professor, where are you?
Follow the
This
magic.
isn't good. Where am I supposed to go? What's happening? The wisps of magic seem to be leading me somewhere. Oh, that's where they're leading me. That glow.
I'd say I'm not taking up my time as much because we don't need to. Where do we need to get everyone to go towards?
Lumos. Revelio. I suppose I'm on my own this time.
Right, we need to get those to turn around. Tim. Tim. That's him. Oh, I thought we had done that one. Yeah, we have. Stand up. Bang your sword.
I need to align these statues with their reflections.
Just need them to bang your sword, basically. Number 3.
It seems I have no choice. I'm going to have to fight my way out of here. Stupefy! Stupefy!
There we go. Nice and easy. Right, we're gonna take it to stupefy enemies times 3. It's quite simple. We're just gonna get the timing right on the block. We didn't do it at the right time. Let's just get the timing right on this. If you do it at the right time, you get stupefy. If you do it at the wrong time, that's one. Next one. Come on, attack. Next one. Just with timing. There we go, that's done. Now we just take them out. I don't think we actually have to do that first map chamber quest either. I think it is a case of just get to the map chamber itself. And that's all we need for the trophy. Once the trophy pops, we are done with Ravenclaw.
Lumos.
Right, where do you want me to go? That away? There's a doorway. Okay. So I think we're nearly out of the tutorial section, to be fair. We're nearly back up, we're nearly beginning a bit at Hogwarts. I'm just going to try to remember how far we need to go before the map chamber is done. As I say, I want to do the house-specific quest before we do the map chamber. Once the trophy hits, that's the partial playthrough done, and then we'll go back to our main save for the rest of the stream, continue what we can there.
But I found this floating above that basin.
Hopefully it works as a plan. It may not. That's my current plan at this point.
That is a pencil.
I don't want to pick too much up
for viewing memories
in the partial playthroughs because obviously we want to do all the collectibles and stuff in our main playthrough where possible. So I don't really want to mix it up too much. But I think tomorrow's partial playthrough will do, and I'll skip a lot of the cutscenes. I think.
Follow my lead.
But it is interesting seeing these bits of game because you do notice things I didn't notice the first time round.
The portkey is well hidden.
Perhaps too well. I wonder if the path we've created
may be impossible to follow. It will only be impossible for one who cannot see traces of ancient magic as I can.
Your ability to see what others cannot will not be enough, Percival. We are entrusting the one who embarks on this path with powerful secrets, with knowledge others will do anything to obtain.
Yes, and if we are correct, Charles, the witch or wizard who completes the trials will have proven themselves worthy of that knowledge, and the responsibility that accompanies it.
We've done all that we can.
That's what you're seeing.
The glow that surrounded them.
Yes, sir.
Astonishing.
Can I see magic?
Traces of an ancient magic, to be precise.
I think what we'll do as well, we'll change from boy, girl, boy, girl. We boy for our main
always
playthrough,
believed
will
existed.
still be a boy. Girl for this one, tomorrow mornings
could
will be a
never.
boy again, and then Fridays will be a girl again. I think that's just
Miriam
an even way
and
of doing
perhaps
it.
George died in pursuit of knowledge that has been dormant for centuries.
So I can skip cutscenes, I'm just in two minds
And you,
whether
it
to. I know I
seems,
will tomorrow.
are the key to understanding why. We will.
It all looks rather different than it did a moment ago.
Someone's coming.
Our first ever meeting with Ravenclaw.
I don't know. But, sir, you shouldn't be in here.
I was right.
Ranrock.
Seems my reputation precedes me. I was beginning to think no one was ever going to visit Rackham's vault.
And why are you here?
No need for that. Just give me whatever it is you found here and we can let bygones be bygones.
Sir, they have the key to the vault.
Choose your next words wisely.
I only meant that the instructions to Vault 12 were quite clear. Sir, I must insist. I was to grant access only to one with the key, and you didn't have.
Feel sorry for the banker.
I
He was
have
only
no
following his
patience
orders.
for traitors. Now, where were we?
I'm not giving you anything.
Well, perhaps your young friend here will be more helpful.
Luna, good morning, how are you? We've done the main story in our main playthrough. We've still got collectibles and other bits to do and some side quests. But we said on Monday morning stream we'd do the partial playthroughs for the 3 streams this week that were remaining. That's why we're doing Ravenclaw today. We'll do another one tomorrow, another one Friday. Once we've got to the map chamber, that's all we have to get to, plus the house quest. But once that's done, we'll go back to our main save, continue that for the rest of the stream. That's the plan. Hopefully the plan works. It works in my head. I don't know how well it works in practice. We should find out. But yeah, we did the main quest a little while ago, to be fair. Well, we finished the main quest officially and saw the end credits in the last stream, because we did our hours and won the house cup. The actual last big fight we had was probably the stream before that. So yes, the Monday morning stream we officially beat the story because we did the owls. Him dying and her being cursed by him.
Are you all right?
Fine, sir.
I've never seen so powerful a goblin.
How do you feel about him dying and her being
He
cursed by
seemed
him?
wholly unaffected by my magic.
He was cursed.
Where are we?
Oh, do you mean Sebastian's sister?
It can't be. It seems those who set up the pensive, the locket, and the
I don't think who you
path to
mean by
birth
her being cursed.
wanted
The only
someone
one that
with
was
your
cursed was
ability.
Sebastian's sister. That wasn't main story, that was side story.
Here. Come. We have a sorting ceremony to
Yeah, Anne. I think, but yeah, that wasn't main story either. That's all side story, to be fair. Well, obviously it's not nice. And it's a shame we couldn't find a cure. I'm assuming by you dying, you mean the uncle. I was very surprised Sebastian did it, but at the same time, to kind of understand why. He was defending himself, it was self-defense. It was just a spell I wasn't expecting to use, to be fair. Yeah, none of that's main story though. That's the best thing, is there was 3 side story missions that were quite important, that involved other students, and I think they were done really well. They felt like main story missions. Well, Anne being cursed wasn't a main story element though, was it? Like I say, it's a side story. Fig dying, kind of made sense. I don't think the ending was lame. I think the ending was really good. Predictable, maybe. But I wouldn't say it was lame.
Oh, good. We haven't missed the sorting ceremony.
I think if no one died, then it would. Then it could have been lame. You kind of need consequences to actions.
Appropriate. Now,
That's
I need to study this locket as soon as I can, but first I must contact the Ministry. They need to know what happened to George.
Right, this is where we're going to pick our house, which will be Ravenclaw.
For the moment, I ask that you keep.
And as I say, we're going to try and get to the map chamber as quick as we can, but we want to do the house-specific quest before we get there. That's the plan.
Ready for the sorting ceremony?
From Faye said, yeah, but there's got to be a death. There's got to be consequences. If everyone lived and there was happily ever after, it wouldn't be as good, would it? That's the thing. I kind of wanted the headmaster to be the one to take it, but he didn't, unfortunately. But then I like the way that Weasley runs the school. Really, the headmaster's just for show.
Nigellus. Black.
Yeah, Weasley kind of runs the show. As deputy, more than the headmaster does. He's just the figurehead, it seems.
Fig, nice of you to join us. The sorting ceremony's over.
No, it's not.
Complications.
Complications?
It seems the goblin problem has...
So let's say tomorrow morning, when we choose our new house, we'll skip all the cutscenes, do it a little bit quicker.
If you're lucky, we might still be able to get you sorted this evening.
Right, let's go and get a house.
I'll be in touch.
Pick Ravenclaw. No matter what the hat wants us to be, we'll be Ravenclaw anyway. That's the plan. But yeah, this house-specific quest for Ravenclaw, from what I was reading, because I needed to know the names of the quests to make sure we do them, is meant to be the weakest house-specific quest out of all of them.
Professor Weasley!
But we shall see.
One more to be sorted.
Welcome. You're just in time. Have a seat.
Right, sorting hat. I wonder if I can get him to pick Ravenclaw himself without me actually doing it manually. I'll try and pick different answers to what we did first time round, just to see if it does change anything, because Hufflepuff was what he suggested for us last time, and we picked Gryffindor because of you guys' vote. Yeah, they've already said there's no DLC planned. Doesn't mean there won't be, there's just none planned. We shall see if they add any. To be fair, there's already talk of Hogwarts 2, so there is always a chance we'll get a number 2 game, but this one took quite a few years to produce, so depending how much extra they need to do a second game will be interesting. But then you'd have to take it away from Hogwarts itself, wouldn't you? You'd need to take it wider, so I don't know. The problem with games that do a second game, you don't want it to be exactly the same as the first game, and I think the first game did so well in a lot of ways. There were some things that were still not brilliant, but in a lot of ways it was really good in what they did. My concern is a second game may ruin that.
A sense of adventure? I like to think that I'm not afraid of anything.
Oh, but you're brave at heart.
You hope it carries over. It won't carry over. It will be a completely separate game.
Willing to forge
It'd be I think it'd be unlikely. It's a possibility, but I think it'll be unlikely. Right, so he's actually picked Gryffindor for us this time. I was just picking the answers randomly to see what happened. Right, Ravenclaw is what we're going to be.
And you've a ready mind, quick to learn.
There we go, we're going to accept Ravenclaw. That's the plan for today. But yeah, there's always a possibility. I just don't think it will. I think that was one of the things Mass Effect did really well with its trilogy, was your decisions from the first game carried over the second, and second carried over the third. There's not many games that do that these days. Okay, we're in Ravenclaw now.
Oh, and one more thing. Due to the unfortunate injury on the pitch in last spring's final, this year's Quidditch season has been cancelled.
I think their explanation of why Quidditch isn't in the game kind of makes sense. I just think they could have gone a bit further in the, one injury. There were many injuries in the films and Quidditch carried on.
To do before classes begin tomorrow.
But at least they've explained why it's not there.
said,
You know, it would have been so easy
have
not to
plenty
explain
to
it and just
do before
ignore it.
classes begin
But at least they
tomorrow.
did put an explanation in that kind of bears some weight. I just think it's a little bit weak, maybe. Derby carries on from this, but you go to London.
It's lovely to meet you.
Maybe.
Professor
I don't know.
Weasley,
It's one
would
of those
you be
weird
so
ones. I
kind
don't
as
know
to show our
how...
new student to their common room?
I'm not too sure how they can make it better, though. As I say, you need to be white. It can't just be at Hogwarts. Like, go further afield.
Pleased to meet you.
But,
Nice to meet you as well, Professor.
yeah, I'm not sure.
As Deputy Headmistress, it is my distinct honor to show you to your
I think we're
common
waiting a
room.
few years, though, before number 2 comes out, to be fair. I think it was roughly 5 years for this game to be made. So, for number 2...
It's quite uncommon for
Might be waiting a
student
while.
to begin as a 5th year. Might be a bit of a challenge.
Although they
One
probably
I'm
could use
sure
some
you're
of this one...
I am, Professor.
This one's coding to
This
create the
is the
second one.
entrance to the Ravenclaw common room. You must solve a riddle to enter.
Solve a riddle
I
to
won't
enter
be
the
able to help,
Ravenclaw
I'm
room.
afraid.
It's a bit
This
different to
sort of thing
Gryffindor.
has
Gryffindor,
always
you have to give a
confounded
password
me.
to the lady in the picture. We need to solve a riddle to get into this one.
Who lived longer? The ghost or the poltergeist?
Do I have to pick an answer?
A ghost or a poltergeist? A non-being can never have been.
We're in.
Well done. Now, go on in and get some sleep. You have a big day ahead of you tomorrow. I shall be back
We
in
do
the morning
indeed.
to
Map
collect
chamber
you
is
for
the
your first
priority.
class.
The house
Thank
specific
you,
quest
Professor Weasley.
You're welcome.
as soon as we can
I
as
hope
well.
you enjoy your first night at Hogwarts. Sleep well.
I think they've done so much right with this though. Graphically, they've done an astounding job. Okay. As I said, we're not really exploring, we're just going to focus on what we need to do.
Better head to the common room.
There's no reason to really explore much. It is a case of we just want to get as much done to get to the map chamber as possible. And do the house quest. Right, this is our...
I suppose some introductions are in order.
Right, we've got to do these. We've got to introduce ourselves.
One moment. Watch this.
Obviously that's different to what we saw in Gryffindor. This is where there will be differences. And we're going to see different things happen in different common rooms. Which is quite cool. We're going to see all of it.
The reaction I
in that way.
wanted. Oh well.
What did you hope would happen?
I suppose I hoped it would lighten the mood. Ravenclaws can be a bit on edge the first day of class. I'm Everett, by the way. You seem downright calm next to some of these characters. And you survived a rather harrowing trip here.
I'm glad to be here, ready for classes.
Not too worried about what our answers are to the questions.
Truly, there's
As
no
I say, we've got a
reason
priority
to be
we've got to try and get
Most
to.
professors are firm but fair. I mean, not all of the
We'll have an
tricks are
idea of how long
simple
it's going
as
to take
just
once we
dung
do
bomb,
this
and
today.
I'm still here.
Tomorrow and Friday, to be fair, as well.
Did you say most
Dijik, good morning, how are
professors
you?
firm but fair?
You've got the game as well, have
I
you?
did,
How are you enjoying
but
it?
Probably best I let you judge for yourself. I do tend to push their limits. I should wander off before someone traces that dung bong back to me. Nice meeting you.
You too, Everett.
Right, it's one person introduced to. We've got to speak to Amit. They're both downstairs, I think. No. Okay, they're not downstairs. They're in a the common room. I didn't realise the common room goes further that way, to be fair.
I'm not sure this is the right spot.
Alright, Samantha Dale. Thanks for the light, much appreciated, whoever that was. Thank you, Dijik, much appreciated. Akash, good morning, how are you?
Place he'll be happy with. But I can't seem to find it.
Yeah, thank you, Dijik, much appreciated.
Golden
To be fair, it's all down to you guys more than me.
Thrive here.
Thanks for the like, Willows, much appreciated.
Gobstones. My own little expression. I bought this Dittany seedling from home and I so want him to feel cozy. Dittany is amazing, isn't it? So much healing power in such a little plant. I've a bit of a thing for plants, as you can see. Pleased to meet you. I'm Samantha.
Nice to meet you, Samantha. Is Dittany used in Wiggenweld potion?
It is. Looks like someone's been studying up on their potion making.
Actually, Professor Fig told me about Wiggenweld potion.
Of
He did
course.
indeed.
I heard you were studying with him before term. He's an enigma, Fig. Teaches about theory, yet seems to know a lot about practical magic.
Professor Fig does know a great deal about different forms of magic.
Well, I hope he told you about more than Wiggenweld. You've lots to catch up on, I'm sure.
Right, as I say, we're not going to ask all the questions, there's no need to. We're focused just on getting to Map Chamber and the house quest. I'm not too sure how we actually get the house quest. I'm hoping it will just work its way out.
That's just brilliant, Amit. Brilliant. You'd think you could... Why, hello?
So we met Amit later on in the game as well as Gryffindor, to be fair. So actually as Ravenclaw you meet him a lot sooner. We didn't meet into astrology class. And we borrowed a telescope
too much in the day. Well, except for stars like Sirius, Canopus, Vega.
So I like the fact that if you're in a different house, some of the characters you don't meet till later on, you see earlier.
Never met
I
someone
like
who's
that.
been so close to a dragon before.
Can't say I recommend it, frankly. It's nice to meet you, Amit. I take it you like astronomy.
Oh, yes. So much to be learned from the stars. Also, there's something about the open air and night sky above the tower. It's invigorating. You will adore astronomy. Professor Shaw is incredibly knowledgeable.
I hope astronomy's on my schedule. It sounds interesting.
I have good news for you. You are most definitely taking astronomy. It is required for all 5th years. You will be enthralled with the tower. Plus, a quality telescope can show you things you never dreamed of.
I suppose I'll see you in class then.
Yes. Oh, and speaking of class, better get to my first one of the year. Nothing like the smell of fresh parchment, is there? Be seeing you.
Okay, so that's done.
Hey there.
We're going to meet Weasley outside the common room.
Just outside. You'd best not keep her waiting.
As I say, we're not messing around and looking around. There's no need to spend ages looking around everything.
My mother always responds.
But yeah, difference. Well, we'll have a quick look. Difference in common rooms is quite cool. It would have been so easy to copy and paste all 4 common rooms, but they all do look so different and act different as well. It's quite cool. I suppose that's what the partial playthroughs allow, is seeing these differences.
Ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a 5th year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion...
Strangely, we completed our owls in our main playthrough, but yet didn't get told what career we could have.
We've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success.
There we go, there's a guidebook.
Here you are.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a 5th year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Okay.
Thank you, Professor, but
where are we heading next?
What do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Now, for the house-specific quest, we need to head to Hogsmeade, to Ollivander. That's where I think we picked the quest up from what I looked at. I've tried to look at them because I wanted to make sure we don't waste too much time.
The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore.
Okay, let's get out of Ravenclaw Tower.
I would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student.
I think the field guide works really well, to be fair. As a way of knowing what point you're at.
Cast Revelio on this bust and see what details the field guide can provide.
Ravenclaw bust. Okay. Obviously we know what these are, but it's asking me to check stuff. Okay. Good morning, Dennis. How are you? There's a new banner. I've still not played it, to be fair.
Like that.
I'm not sure how and when I want to fit it back in at this point.
No time to waste. You've classes to attend.
So I'm kind of expecting us to finish the platinum by next week, end of next week, the latest. So I need to get a vote going for next main live stream game sooner rather than later, I think. Or we move Batman, but then we need an evening stream game. Lots to work out. Thank you for the like, much appreciated. That was. So yeah, there'll be a vote going this week, I think. I need to work out what's going to go in it.
How to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
Okay, open map. No, I've done nothing, Dennis. I've actually moved it off the hard drive. So I've not done anything on it whatsoever. Library. So it's explaining everything to us, that's the thing. There we go, Central Hall. Yeah, I've moved off the hard drive. It's not even on the main console anymore. I've not even gone into the game at all.
Here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall.
Cool, grab the flue flame.
You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall. Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak.
I just need the Fig mission to show up and then we can crack on.
I
don't know how much of this we've got to do before we can go and do as much as we can with Fig.
The dark arts classes today. And I'd
Might
like
have to do
be
both
sure
of
you
these.
get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible.
So Hogsmeade is where we
replace
pick
the
up
supplies you
the
lost
house
on the way
specific
here.
quest. So I'm hoping we can do it sooner rather than later.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day.
As I say, we're not picking collectibles up or anything like that.
Happily,
Just
your professors have agreed to
map
create
chamber and
additional
the house
assignments
quest
for you
is
outside
the
of
focus.
class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
We did
it
take
doesn't
a
matter
bit
what
of
we
a
say, to
detour
be
on
fair.
the way here. Ended up exploring some ruins and I shouldn't say more.
Exploring ruins? Well, I presume Professor Fig has his reasons for keeping the details to himself for now. Speak of
There he is.
the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
He's actually giving clues away, isn't he, at this point?
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one
A
piece.
rare aptitude.
Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the
Come on,
field guide's
let's
map?
get this moving.
Of course.
Thank you.
I'd say tomorrow we'll probably skip all the cutscenes just to speed things up.
Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade.
Yeah,
for those
Hogsmeade is very
supplies.
easier for the house quest. That's something we do need to do. Professor Fig.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed
I
yourself
think we have to go and do the first two classes before we get to
you
Hogsmeade.
and Professor Weasley talking about exploring ruins?
Yes, sir. But I didn't tell her anything else about our travels here. I will say, I think she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor
So what are the
Weasley
new
is a
banners in
brilliant
Dennis?
and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead.
I did post that as a pinned comment, but just in case people aren't aware, what I said previously about showcasing other channels twice a week is something that is going to happen. I need some time to organise it, and I'll do a video to talk about it properly in a couple of weeks. It's all organised and ready to rumble. Because I know some people are going to get upset if we don't do their channel first. And
happily,
I want to
you
kind
have
of
the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team
explain
of
that,
wizards
you know,
to guide
I
you.
can't, everyone that
Speaking
supports
of
us, I can't do everyone first. That's
and
the
so
thing.
that I may avoid another
But we'll sort it out.
subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
Okay. So we can track quests, we know this. There we go. Done. Track a quest. Spencer's Dark Art, Levioso.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
Perfect.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander.
So it's these conversations you can't actually skip. The cutscenes you can, but the conversations you
I
can't.
shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Right. We're going to go Dark Arts first. So let's head there. As I say, we're not going to pick anything up. It will just be main quest where possible. I will grab the flues when needed, just so we can get around a bit quicker. But main quest and the house-specific quest is the priorities. So I'm kind of ignoring a lot of stuff around us, admittedly. But flues are a different story. Flues will help us move around a little bit quicker. Right, Dark Arts first.
Is that all you've got?
To our first meeting of Sebastian.
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an
Definitely put him in his place,
is the
didn't she?
value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Right, I think we're going to learn the spell. There we are. There we go. Leviosa has now learnt.
Leviosa.
Now, let's try something a little larger.
I do like how they've done the classes as well. I think seeing it in action without having to worry too much about trying to take part in it that much. At the start you do, but later on, the classes themselves work really well. They're not...
With a basic cast.
Hang on. Why is Leviosa not in there? Oh, it's basic cast. There you go.
See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprise choice. Now, well done.
Job done.
Very good. But the best way to practice is by duel.
Right, we're taking on Sebastian. I don't think it changes.
Duelists, take your marks.
No, us and Sebastian.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
Levioso. This should be easy.
Protego.
Stupid tiger.
I'm gonna wait for it to restart. There we go. There we go, we got him. We got him off. In this case, we're just knocking him off. Right, we beat Sebastian.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I think this is one of the first games I've seen where the hair actually works graphically. There's a lot of games, WWE 2K22 editions with hair.
Thank you, Professor Heckert.
It couldn't quite get it right graphically, but actually this does. And I didn't notice it until we changed to a female for this playthrough. Because obviously we didn't have long hair, but it does seem the hair actually works better.
They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will
As I say, we're not doing side missions, we're going to just focus on what we need to do to get to the map chamber. The side missions aren't a big deal for us. Thank you for the like, it was much appreciated.
All right. That's enough.
Oh, we've got to speak to Sebastian.
Nice work.
I wasn't going to, but we've got to.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again,
I'm curious to what you guys are going to pick for the next main livestream game as well, actually.
I've dueled enough.
Curious to what it's going to be.
Lucky I held back.
Huh, fair enough. You owe me an honest duel when you aren't.
There's a couple of games I didn't put on the first vote, and I kind of wish I had, but obviously
for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organisation.
It was just one of those. I couldn't. The problem with votes on YouTube compared to Discord, you can have as many different choices as you want. Votes on YouTube, I think you're limited to 5 or 6.
If you want
so it's a little bit harder to
time at Hogwarts,
put a vote on for lots of games. There's lots we want to do. There's lots on our list that you guys have provided us.
Dueling club, or sneaking into the
so
restricted
it'll be an interesting vote for sure.
You just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned. We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill.
It's always skill.
Look for Luke and
never luck.
Near the clock tower entrance.
Right, obviously we're not going to do that. We're not going to do the side stuff. We're focusing on main quest only.
Until next time.
Right, we're going to Charms next. And then Weasley should allow us to go to Hogsmeade, and Hogsmeade allows us to get our house-specific quest, I believe. Obviously, I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's where we get it from. Right, where's Charms?
Let us keep our heads about this.
I've never been one to rush for a story, but for the partial playthroughs, it makes complete sense. But yeah, it's quite alien to me. It feels really weird to rush it. But that is the plan.
Here, behind you.
Is this where we meet Natalie?
Open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Oh yeah.
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with a
At least we'll have a rough
passion and rigor
guide of how long it will take
such
to do
a
the map
challenge.
chamber, get to the map
Now,
chamber
everyone,
for each
please
house
open your textbooks
by the end
to
of play
page
today,
517.
which
But
will help us tomorrow
before we
and
begin,
Friday, because we'll know
anyone here tell
roughly
me the
time frame.
difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? Hmm? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm?
Nope, no one knows.
Well,
I like the
it seems that
professor's
we are in dire
enthusians.
need of review.
The students
Everyone
don't
get into
quite
pairs
have
and take
the
positions on opposite
enthusiasm
sides
that he
of
has.
the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
So this is obviously where we learn a new spell. There we go. Accio.
Accio.
There we go. Nice and easy.
That is not bad.
I mean, not bad.
You are a
Not perfectly.
swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that.
Okay, that's Charms done.
As you all seem to have
So
the
hopefully we can go and
basics
speak
down,
to
and it is an
Weasley.
exceptionally lovely day.
And then head to
I was
Hogsmeade.
thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh
Well, no, not yet.
air.
We've got to do the game, don't we, first?
After me.
So this is a thing where we do the game with the balls. Yeah, I think it is.
I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off?
Okay.
Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relink. Splendid! Now, excellent control there. That's it!
Nice and easy.
Very good. Points to Ravenclaw. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student
Right, so now we
bit
need to
of
be
a
Natty
challenge?
at this.
Come on up. You'll be the blue.
Can't remember if we won this originally in our main playthrough.
Playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I can't quite remember if we won this or not, or did we lose? I know we've won the rest since because we needed to.
Here we go.
Okay. Yeah, 50 points for Natty. That's fine. We're going to go and get ours from here. Our plan is to knock hers off. Oh, I didn't knock it off. I was hoping I would.
Splendid.
We equaled the points though. Right, can I pull mine and try and hit hers? Ah, it's a bit short. That's not good.
Nicely done.
Although if she hits hers off here, that would be quite good. No, she's hit. We can equal hers. No, we can't. We have to actually hit one of hers off, I think, now for us to actually win this. Actually, yeah, we've got to hit one of hers off to win this.
I know everyone is watching. Try not to be nervous. You are doing quite well.
I think I've equalled it.
A perfect score.
Yeah, perfect score, 150. So I think it's a draw. Yeah, we tied. I do. It's better than losing. I would liked to have won, but it's a draw's a draw.
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
See, this is stuff we have to do before we can continue. Oh yeah, I forgot about the blocks this time.
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I did forget about the blocks.
I'll say.
Right, go on then, now you take your move.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it.
I completely forgot about this bit.
Settles it all.
Here we go.
Okay.
That is how it's done.
Right, let's leave that where that is. It's 2 hours. Ah, that wasn't good. That was poor. Though I think one of her balls might hit ours as it goes past, to be fair. Yeah. Oh, it's going to hit a ball off, isn't it? That was nasty, Natty. That was nasty. Wasn't quite what I wanted to do, to be fair.
Very good.
My plan is I've got to hit one of hers off. It's the only way. Okay. We need to hit this one off here and score full marks. And get 50. It's the only way to win this. Stay on, stay on. Ah! Fell off at the end. Natty wins. We tried. I don't think it matters to lose, to be fair.
Very good, both of you. Well done.
Right, is that charm class over? Can we go and speak to Weasley and go to Hogsmeade?
Class is dismissed.
There we go.
Gather your things on the way out.
I think we have to have a conversation with Natty first. If I remember correctly.
Well done back there. You took the loss in stride. Didn't want to go too easy on you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly. I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Wagadu just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here.
I'd say we're not asking all the other stuff, we're just going to try and focus on what we need to achieve.
At a new school in a new country.
Well, it's been nice talking and competing with you.
And with you. Ah, I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Right, let's go and speak to Professor. And then I think we're done.
If you would.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? Miss Onai is a talented witch. Take it in stride. One often gains the most from the battles one has lost.
Of course, Professor. It was a challenging match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Yeah, I'm hoping we can skip all those and just go straight to what we need to do. So, out of here, we need to go and speak to Weasley. Is it going to show up?
Don't get too cocky simply because you...
Let's have a look on quests. For some reason it's not showing up. Yeah, side quests are available. I'm not worried about cross ones. We've got to wait for Weasley to show up in terms of going to speak to her. There we go, new quest. Weasley after class. There we go. So let's locate that, see if we can get any closer. there. I don't think we can get any closer, to be fair. Oh, I think we can, actually. This one here. Thank you for the like, all those, much appreciated. So this will be close to Weasley. Hopefully Weasley, I think, lets us go to Hogsmeade, and then we can pick up our house-specific quest. We'll do that as soon as we can, ideally. And then we should be able to do, hopefully, Fig's mission and get to the map chamber. Alright, let's go.
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are.
We lost the like, gained the like again. Thank you very much, whoever that was.
Classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit during your brief detour near... what was it you said? Some ruins? I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
Have you and Professor Fig not discussed my training?
He continues to be reticent about the details, mentioning only a few spells.
Oh, it's back again. Thanks for the like. Yeah.
And Lumos?
Oh, much
That's
appreciated.
correct, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonic
And gone again.
Regardless, you must
what is going on with
build
that?
upon what you've learned.
We keep gaining a like, losing a like, gaining a like, losing a
to
like.
help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
Do you just want me to keep hearing me say thank you each time?
In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily to assign your first.
I don't. Come on, I want to try and get to what we need to get to.
Hogsmeade, I mentioned earlier. We've arranged to
back
replace
again.
the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you,
Will it stay this time,
And
then? That's the
Mr.
question.
Ollivander will connect you with the
Right, Mr. Ollivander.
wand.
Want to speak to him?
You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the magic
Lost it
you
again.
cast with your own wand to be far superior.
It's like a game now.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Right, let's go to
Very
Hogsmeade. Come on.
well. I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with a classmate.
That means we've got to follow
Help you get your
Natty, I
bearings.
think it is.
Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai.
Yeah,
I've
we've got,
noticed you
means we
spending
can't
time
run
with
or
them.
anything. They can just walk really slowly. We'll go with
I'd
Natty.
like to go with Natty.
Back
Excellent
again.
choice. Miss Onai is one of our most talented students. And she knows the area. She'll keep you well clear of
And
any
gone
of
again.
Victor Rookwood's undesirables en route.
Rookwood?
Oh,
A
that's really
rather
amusing.
unsavory local. Best to avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophilus Harlow, if you can. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle doors. No
Okay,
time to waste.
we've got to do the assignment
The sooner
first
you
by the
complete
sounds of
your
it.
work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks.
We've got it back again. Right. Ronan first. Let's have a look. Yeah, so we've got to do Ronan's assignment first, and then we can go to Hogsmeade, I believe. Right, in fact, he's quite nearby. It does feel, like I said before, it feels really weird to be rushing these things, but that's the whole point, isn't it? Okay.
Ah, there you are.
Let's
You
give her a
have a
Perio.
new spell to teach me, Professor.
Indeed I do, and an exceedingly useful one at that. The mending charm.
I mean,
Reparo.
tomorrow and Friday
Fixes things
streams when we
right
do
up.
the other two
Makes a
houses, I
broken
want to know
object
what's
good
happening
as
before it
new
happens.
in the blink of an
It's
eye.
going to be ingrained,
It seems as if that
especially
might
by the
come
time
in
we get to
handy.
Friday.
More frequently than one would imagine.
Need to decide if we're doing
As
Hufflepuff or
Professor
Slytherin
Weasley
tomorrow. That's the other
mentioned, I
decision
am
we
not
need to make.
the only one who will be teaching you spells outside of class in an effort to catch you up with your peers. A number of your professors have agreed to do so as well, but first, each shall ask that you complete a few preliminary tasks to hone your magic. I have arranged some for today. See them through and then report back to me. We will have you casting Reparo in no time.
Okay.
I'll start on the task right away, Professor.
Right, I don't actually know. What do we need? Collect the flying papers. Okay. Collect the flying papers near the broken statue. Broken statue here. There we go, that's one. Dark Arts Tower, can we get close to it? Dark Arts Tower is there, isn't it? I don't think I can get close to it. I think I have to actually walk there. I don't think it's too far though, is it, from where we are? Let's go this way.
A flying page must be around here somewhere.
Right, where is it? It's here somewhere. There it is. Done.
Brilliant.
Right, Astroperio should be learnt now. I think we have to repair the statues in the courtyard as well, though, don't we?
I trust the preliminary task.
I completed the assignments, Professor.
Marvelous. You clearly know your way around basic charms. Let us give the old mending charm a try then, shall we? Remember to be deliberate in your enunciation and movements. I want to see some vigor. Now, wand at the ready.
Yes, sir.
Remember, your wand is a conduit of your magic.
We did fail a spell once, learning one, but I can't remember which one it was. You get a second chance. It doesn't actually matter if you don't get it first time. I can't remember what spell it was. Right, Perio done. Yeah.
That's it. Very good. If you would like to practice mending something, have a go with that broken statue in the
Right, mend the statue.
It allegedly symbolized heartbreak. Perhaps a jilted lover thought it too accurate.
Job done.
Lashed out.
There we go. Okay, so now we should be able to go to Hogsmeade with Natty. Yeah, she's just over here. I don't think I've got a flu to get there quickly. Why is that not highlighted up? So Hogsmeade is next. As I say, this is where we should be able to pick up our house-specific quest. Should be being picked up next while we're in Hogsmeade. Obviously, it's a slow walk to Hogsmeade with Natty. We're not. I don't know if we can run. They all tend to walk really slowly. But as I say, we'll get an idea of time to do this for the other two houses once we get done today. And any time left over, we'll go back to our main save and do that. Right, here's Natty.
Hello, looking for me?
Yep, let's go. Hogsmeade.
Natty, I hope I haven't kept you waiting long.
Not at all. Professor Weasley
the house-specific quest for Ravenclaw, we have to speak to Mr. Gerbold in Ollivander's shop.
To see the village.
I've been looking forward to it.
Good. Shall we set off?
Yes.
I intend to give you a first-rate Hogsmeade.
Let's see if I can make Natty run. This is a little bit of a walk otherwise, that's the thing. I'd rather if we can get there quickly, it'd be nice. Each house-specific quest actually gives you a unique location as well. I'm not going to say what this one is till we're there. But yeah, I think I'm definitely skipping cutscenes tomorrow. Right, let's go. Oh, she does run. How far does she? Yes.
Glad Professor
perfect. We can actually make her run. Not fully run, but run a little bit more than just walking at least.
To extend an invitation to you myself.
Come on.
I thought you might enjoy a butterbeer.
Gotta get the Hogsmeade.
The timing of Professor Weasley's owl was perfect.
It's not a game. We lost it again.
I cannot tell you how nice it is to breathe fresh air.
Something so simple is so amusing.
Ancient rooms. Grave mistake.
Right, we can't run any faster, annoyingly.
Class, believe me.
I believe you.
Though I suppose you would not really call it elective when your mother was the one who elected that you take it.
Gained it again. Lost it again. Oh, it's so amusing. Gained it again.
Everyone will tell you to visit at Christmas, but that's one of the few times of year I would rather be indoors.
Lost it again.
Much for the cold,
I will stop. It's just amusing.
Oh, I do not mind the cold so much.
Right, come on, Natty.
It has taken some getting used to. I did not grow up around snow.
I think we walked this quite slowly in the first playthrough.
Over here.
Yeah.
I often spot lacewing flies in this area.
Cool.
Oh, what's so special about them?
They are interesting to look at.
Right, look, I'll pick some up.
But if you stew them, you can also use them in potion making.
Right, let's go, come on. Places to be, people to see. She's not going to go. There we go. Come on. Thank you for the line, much appreciated, whoever that was.
Look, from the Forbidden Forest, Hippogriffs. I wonder if something startled them. I heard rumors that hippogriffs had been spotted nearby.
Do you think Poppy's already seen the hippogriffs?
Absolutely.
It's quite weird doing this all again, to be fair. As I say, I don't normally do second playthroughs. Once I've done a playthrough, I'm done because the stories, I know the story. It's quite weird.
Why is it off limits?
The professors claim it is too dangerous. I think that calling it forbidden only makes it more alluring.
Yeah, I would say that about the forest, though. Forbidden Forest. If you don't want students to go into a forest, you don't call it forbidden, do you? Because if anything, you're making them want to go in. It's that inquisitive nature that's going to come across if it's said forbidden. It's like anything. If you tell someone they can't do something, they're more than likely going to try to do it. That's the thing. Maybe they should call it the nice forest, and then people won't bother.
I certainly learn a great deal in class. Much can be gleaned outside of the castle walls.
Right. I don't know how close we are, actually, to be fair.
How are you settling in? I remember the weeks that followed my arrival feeling quite strange. Everything was so new and unfamiliar.
Okay, I'm not worried about Moonstone. We don't need any of that. I'm just trying to get what we need done.
I still miss my homeland. But it is beautiful here too. And getting out of the castle and exploring helped me to adjust quite a bit. Hogwarts has become something of a home now, I would say. Hopefully it will for you too. Mr. Moon! He is the Hogwarts caretaker. Looks a bit worse for wear.
Are we going to stop and talk
Hello,
to him?
Mr. Moon. Have you met our new 5th year?
Pleasure. You might want to turn back, Miss Onai. Turn and run.
Is everything all right, sir?
Oh, it looked right at me. Eyes big as saucers.
What did Mr. Moon?
Jemmy guys. Ugly and airy and terrifying. I shall be at the castle where it's safe.
Things had a bit too much butterbeer, hasn't he? Right, let's go.
Poor
Come on.
Mr. Moon.
Hogsmeade.
A Debbie, guys. I think he had too much fun in the village. I will say that I have never seen him in such a state. Nearly there.
Hogsmeade.
There is much to see outside of the castle walls, not just
Left or
Hogsmeade.
right? Left. There we
I
go.
am happy to explore whenever you'd like.
Okay, we are at
Rumors being what they
Hogsmeade.
are, but
As I
goblins
say,
and
this is
such,
where the house
it
specific
might
quest
be nice to have a friend
pickup
with
should
you.
be. I don't know what
I'll
point
keep
in the
that in
story we
mind,
need to be to pick it
Thank
up.
you.
Hoping we can do it straight away. Once Natty leaves us to explore, we should be okay. I'm not sure if we do troll fight or not here.
The
We may have to.
is the place for butterbeer. And you can get any sweet you can imagine at Honeydukes. I could not choose a favorite shop here. It changes with every visit. I can tell you that you are certain to find everything you need in Hogsmeade.
Right, come on Natty, we're ready to rumble. I think we've got a bit of a graphical
Professor
glitch there.
Weasley said that
There's a
you need to
guy
get
sprinting
potion
on the
recipes,
spot.
Spellcraft, some seeds, and
a new wand.
Of course, you will enjoy Mr. Ollivander.
Okay,
And
that's
I
where we're
am
heading
keen to see
first,
what
Mr.
you will do with a
Ollivander.
wand of your own.
Again, I'm
You
not fussed
should
on
be
wands
able
we
to
get,
get
it's just going to be
everything
press,
you
press,
need
press,
and still
done.
have time to explore a
None of that
little
matters
as well.
really.
Experience Hogsmeade at your own pace. We can meet up in the town circle when you are finished.
Okay, done.
Enjoy yourself. I will see you soon.
Yeah. Mr. Ollivander is where we're heading first because, like I say, that's the side quest pickup as well. Hoping we can get this done. Oh, we've got to go to 4 different places. So I was going to say this is going to become a little bit frustrating, but we have to get it done. Mr. Ollivander is there. So this is where we pick our wands. I don't know if we can get the house quest yet or not.
Ah, it's you. Just a
I'm
moment,
hoping we
please.
can.
Hello, sir. I'm looking for...
For a new wand, yes. It's about time.
Yes, about time.
Well, you're our new 5th year student, are you not?
We are,
what am
indeed.
I saying? Of course you are. Gerbold Ollivander's the name. But of course, you'll have heard of the Ollivanders, I'm sure. Finest wand makers in the world. It's a pleasure to meet you, truly. Now, come with me. Let's find you the perfect wand, shall we? No, not you. Yes.
As I say, we're just going to pick whatever comes up. I'm not too worried about what it
10
does.
and a half inches.
I just want to pick up
You might do. Here.
what we need.
Give this one a try. Well, go ahead, swish. How odd. Once more, come on, really swish it. Oh dear.
Don't think that's our one.
Well, this isn't a good match at all, is it?
I can skip this. I think today we see the cutscenes, so we get a rough time frame how long it will take. Tomorrow we skip cutscenes.
Perhaps. Yes.
Obviously, some of the conversations we can't skip.
13 and
Some we can.
3/4 inches dragon heartstring. Let's give this one a try.
I mean, no.
Oh, goodness. Looks like it's back to the shelf for you. This is proving to be trickier.
I like the fact he puts the one behind his ear. I like that.
How perplexing. Where are you? Perhaps you? There you are. Yes. I think you might be the one. Here. Take it.
Right, this way you design your own one. Like I say, I'm not fussed. We're just going to do it as is because this isn't important to us. Just going to get to the map chamber itself. Once that trophy pops, we are done with Ravenclaw.
Another wand, another beginning of a bright and magical future.
I suppose it does look different to what we did the first time round. Although I didn't really pay that much attention to it all.
Good.
I did have a look at what it all said, but I didn't really worry what it meant.
Surge of some kind.
To me, the wands are
Your
just
connection
cosmetic
seemed
more than anything else.
particularly powerful. The right wand will learn from you, just as you learn from it.
I'm eager to try it out.
I would imagine so. A wand with a dragon heartstring core is capable of dazzling magic. And the bond between you and your wand should only grow
Can we
stronger.
pick up a house quest
Do not
while
be
we're here? That's the
surprised
question.
at your new wand's ability to perceive your intentions, particularly in a moment of need.
That sounds wonderful, Mr. Ollivander.
I'll let you get to it. Do come and see me again if ever I can be of further assistance.
Maybe we can't pick it up just yet. I'm not sure. That's him done. Right, can I speak to him again? You're not going to allow me to speak to him again, are you? Let's go outside and come back in. No. Okay, so we're going to have to do the other ones first. We can't actually do the house quest yet, annoyingly. I was hoping we could pick it up sooner rather than later. We need to head to Pippin's Potions. Around here. I'd say tomorrow this will be a lot quicker, I think. What'll be now, an hour and a half?
Welcome to J. Pippin's Potions.
Okay.
Pardon me, sir.
Oh, thank goodness. When I heard the bell, I thought you were Miss Lawang. Not that she deigns to come here.
I don't know what we need to buy from him, to be fair.
I don't believe I've seen your face here before, either.
None of this
It's
is
my first
skippable
time
anyway.
in Hogsmeade, actually.
Is it really? Well, Parry Pippin at your service. And this is J. Pippin's Potions. Potions for all ailments. You'll have read it on the sign, of course, but Grandfather always made me say it in full. How may I help you today?
Professor Weasley sent me to collect some recipes. I'm new at Hogwarts.
You're the student she sent the owl about. I set your things aside immediately. I suspected if you're anything like I was at your age, you'd want your potion supplies. Is it not the most fascinating art, potion making?
To be
Was
fair, in our
anything
main
you can do with a
playthrough, we
wand,
didn't
I've
really
always
make
said.
potions. The only one we did was Wiggenweld.
Versatile.
I think we made another one when we needed to give it to someone, or did we buy it?
No
I'm not too
mistake,
sure.
they are just as powerful.
There's a
They
lot
can
of stuff in the
heal,
game we
destroy,
didn't really
protect.
use. Potions
You'll
being the
discover
main
all
thing.
this soon enough.
Other than
As it's
giving
your
them to people
first
that ask
time
for
in,
them.
I should mention that it's not just potion recipes
Other than that,
I
we
sell.
didn't really bother
I
too
also
much.
offer ready-made drafts for all manner of uses. And I unveil new ones from time to time. Pop in when you can so you don't miss out on anything.
I do
But for
wonder
now,
if
let's
potions
get
are
you
a
those
bit
recipes,
redundant.
shall we? What can I do for you today?
Well, we need to buy these two.
Feel free to take a look at the rest of my inventory.
No, thank you.
Or come back another time if you're in
Perfect.
a rush
That's
today.
that part of the quest done. Okay, Magic Neep. Where is the Magic Neep? Magic Neep is there, so let's head there next. And then Tomes and Scrolls afterwards. On the way to Tome, we'll do Tomes and Scrolls, and then we'll see if we can pick up the side quest again.
Well, hello there.
Pardon me, sir. I'm here for the
As I
seeds
say, this will all be
Professor
quicker
Weasley
tomorrow and
arranged for me to
Friday.
collect.
Oh, the Dittany for the new
It's nice to see it all again, though.
I take it that's you then. Merlin's beard. Starting Hogwarts as if.
But yeah, I was really surprised by the vote, to be fair, to say about doing the Platinum Live.
Not at all.
Just because I know
I'm
some people
choosing
can
to see
think
it all as
Trophy
one
Hunt is
big
tedious.
adventure.
And it can be to some degree.
Not everyone has the
But yeah,
temperament
pleasantly
to take
surprised by the
things as
vote.
they come.
And it is overwhelming.
Name's Timothy Teasdale, by the way, and this is my shop, the Magic Neep. I keep the cart out here because I like a good chat. Can't very well be in the thick of things if I'm hidden away inside now, can I?
I suppose not.
In addition to seeds, I have plenty of plants. Grow everything myself. My speciality.
I'm going to know
is
exactly what
potion
these say off by heart by
ingredients.
Friday,
Even
aren't I?
Pippin purchases from me. But what say we get you a packet of Dittany seeds?
Let me guess. You're after something
Okay,
fresh.
seeds.
Do have a look around.
Oh, thank
Plenty
you.
of ingredients to pique your interest, I'd wager.
Right. Tomes and Scrolls, we're going to pop in first to see if Ollivander will give us his quest. If not, we'll do Tomes and Scrolls and try a second time. As I say, I don't know what point we can pick it up, but the picking it up is the important part. Okay, I know where Tomes and Scrolls is. It's actually near the bridge where you come into here.
Can't imagine how.
So, Tomes and Scrolls. In fact, we'll do Tomes and Scrolls first, because hopefully that then changes the main quest. It may allow us to speak to Ollivander again.
Pardon me, sir. I'm here for the spellcrafts Professor
what happens.
Weasley ordered.
Matilda's student. I thought.
But yeah,
I might be
Ravenclaw's
seeing
house
you
quest is the weakest of the lot.
I am the
I'm curious to how
proprietor here.
enjoyable it is.
Thomas Brown. I take it you've had a conjuring lesson then.
I'm afraid I haven't yet, sir.
Ah, but you will soon enough. It is magic at its purest, creating something out of nothing. Of course, it is not without complexity, but that is where my spellcrafts come in. Stay the course, and you could soon impress even Professor Weasley.
That's certainly something to aspire to, Mr. Brown. I look forward to that day.
And I, too, seeing it.
Right, let's get what we need then.
Spellcrafts are incredibly useful for conjuring unique items like custom pieces of furniture or decoration. But I shall let Professor Weasley do the teaching. For now, let's get the spellcrafts you need. A potting table and a potion station. Yes?
I believe so, sir.
Good. Nothing like being able to grow your own ingredients and brew what you want when you want. Let's have a look. Let's look at what we have, shall we?
Okay, these are the two we need.
If
Job
you're
done.
interested, feel free to take a look around at the rest of my inventory.
No, thank you. My job done. Okay.
Well, that's everything. Better go and find Natty.
So before we find Natty, I'm going to try and go to Ollivander again and see if we can pick up his quest. If we can't, it means we're going to basically just keep trying to pick it up until we can. So I'd like to do that before we do the map quest, if we can. No, still can't talk to him. Okay, that's fine. I'm not even looking at chests or anything. There's no reason to. Our focus is just on getting to the map chamber and the house quest. Right, so here's Natty back in the town. So I believe this is a troll attack we have to do.
Everything. I see what you meant about not being able to pick a favourite shop.
We should walk around a bit more. Perhaps today.
At least we know what we're doing in
in
this again. When we first did the main playthrough, this was very new. And we've already made quite a few mistakes. You know, we could have done better at some of the combat. Here comes the troll. Second troll. Is that the same one or second? I can't remember. Alright, we're fighting troll. To be fair, none of the spells we've learned actually help us with this. Just a case of keep fighting, isn't it? We haven't learned any real offensive spells as of yet, so we can magic throw though.
What was that? I was trying to beat him at his own game. I left it. Do more.
Kind of dodged that a little bit soon. They've nearly got him down. Last bit now. Ancient magic. Job done. Okay, I think we need to repair a few things now as well.
Goodness! A second troll. Did you two take on a fully grown troll? By yourselves?
We did indeed.
I suppose so. It's all a bit of a blur, to be honest.
Merlin's beard. Are you all right?
We are, and we were glad to help.
I'd say help is a bit of an understatement. Nerve like that. The makings of an aura, if you ask me. If you are unharmed, perhaps the two of you wouldn't mind helping me put a few things back to
There we
where
go, we've got a few
were.
things to repair.
Of course, officer.
Singer. Officer Singer. And thank you, again.
Okay. This isn't it, we've got to repair. Swamp. That one there. That's number 3. Okay, I don't think we had to repair that one. That one done. That's number 4. Number 5.
One less thing for Officer Singer to worry.
And number 7 there. Job done. Okay. It does feel weird rushing this, it really does. Speak to the shopkeeper. Augustus Hill.
Hello, sir. I don't believe we've met.
Allow me to introduce myself, Augustus Hill, clothier extraordinaire. I should like to thank you for your remarkable bravery in fighting those trolls, and not to mention your help restoring Hogsmeade to its rightful state.
I was happy to help.
Frankly,
Stormwolf, good morning, how are you?
Merlin. But I can offer you something much more useful. I own Gladrag's wizardware, and among my inventory are some unique items that afford certain protections, as it were. Life-saving protections. And as I suspect this won't be your last dangerous encounter, I'd like to give you one such set of robes. In thanks for what you did today.
Okay. Done.
Thank you, Mr. Hill. That's very generous of you.
It's the least I can do. Now, let's try this on for size, shall we?
I think this is where we're introduced to gear, isn't it?
Take your time.
Gear screen. So this is where we first really explain gear. And we get to pick. Obviously, again, we don't have to worry too much about that. We're just focused on what we need to achieve
What an extraordinary
to get to the map
introduction to
chamber and the
Hogsmeade.
house quest.
I would say that we, and you in particular,
I've not
have
opened
earned
any
at
chests
least
on
one
purpose to
Butterbeer.
try and avoid picking
Shall
stuff
we
up
head
and
to
having
the
to
Three
keep changing.
Broomsticks?
Sounds like a good idea.
Right, we're going 3 broomsticks
Just down
next.
this way then.
I sell even more battle-worthy items. Should you be inclined, you're most welcome.
Right, where are we going? We've got to follow Natty again, don't we? Annoyingly, she's not running, she's
Assuming
walking.
it is not too busy, you might even meet Serona, the owner. She is
Thanks for the like, I appreciate it, whoever that was.
Witch.
It's afternoon for you. Oh, you're from Sri Lanka, are you? Oh, yeah, so different time of day for you guys, isn't it? We have so many different people from so many different time zones. I try and just stick to saying hello from my time zone, just to make life easier, because I'm never going to remember where everyone's from. But how are you today?
You said you could get to the child when they came to Hogsmeade. That all you needed was a distraction. I gave you a distraction.
I just watched a student take down your distraction. Who's this child? What are you not telling me?
All you need to know is that if you cannot get to the child, then you have no value to me.
Let's go.
So today's partial playthrough, I named our character Ravenclaw, which is the house we're doing. I can do the same with Hufflepuff. What am I going to call Slytherin? Can't split the name, can you, really?
The goblin from the Daily Prophet. I knew I'd seen him somewhere.
Right, come on.
Quickly, let's get inside the 3 broomsticks.
Okay, at least we're here.
It's a treat to see you, Lodgok. I shall let you know if I hear.
Oh, this is where we first meet Lodgok for the first time, isn't it?
You be well.
Well, at least see him for the first time. We don't need to look properly yet.
Now, what can I... Oh.
Fine, according to me, I think this was the game of the year.
I
think it's a little bit early to talk about game of the year, but I also kind of think, unless something comes out that's incredible this year, which, as far as I'm aware, the game release is coming up. The only thing that could be better is Spider-Man 2.
See you two escaped injury.
Thanks to this one.
Because if that builds on Spider-Man and Miles Morales, then there's a chance that could feature quite highly.
My pleasure.
There isn't really much else coming out this year that I think could be a contender, to be fair, at this point, unless something comes out of the blue. Wolverine's not out till next year.
Something's not right.
So,
the only brutes we usually have
yeah,
to deal
it's definitely going to be up there, isn't it? I think it's a guarantee it's going to be up there, to be fair.
That's timely.
But I think they've done a fantastic job, and they delayed it from last year's release. It was meant to be released in October, November last year, and I think the delay has helped the game massively.
Once the two of you leave, the caliber of
they didn't have to compete with God of War Ragnarok on release, which has made a difference, I think. But also it gave them time to make sure the game was perfect. So that, you know, there are issues. I'm not saying the game's perfect. There's no game ever is. You know, I'm not a massive fan of the Hogwarts map. I think it's difficult to kind of get your way around. It's too much, too small a space. Gear just becomes tedious after a while.
Is busy.
You know, there are some bad sides to it, but at the same time, I think they've done an amazing job.
Come, Theophilus. The 3 broomsticks isn't what it used to be. Let's take our galleons elsewhere.
Oh yeah, definitely top 5. Like you say, I think it will be. I can't see it being beaten currently, but then it's early on in the year yet. As it stands, I don't think there's anything else that can beat it so far.
Watch your back. Rookwood and Harlow are
but obviously that could change.
You might encounter.
But yeah, I think they've done an amazing job.
Trolls, Ranrock, and Rookwood. What are you not?
And even the side stories are really interesting and deep.
It is perhaps best I do.
You know, games suffer, I think, sometimes with the side missions and side stories, whereas this,
I think that now might be a good time.
They add so much to it. They're done, you know, to a degree that makes them more like main story than not. That's the thing. Whereas you get a lot of games, the side missions just feel added in extra bits just to keep you busy, whereas this doesn't do that.
Serona was there.
And that she isn't intimidated by thugs like
and the world is alive, whether it's spiders crawling around in the forest or poachers trying to catch
but for the moment, we should return to the castle.
Beasts.
Professor Weasley will
you have trolls attacking poachers.
Soon if she hasn't already.
You know, the world is alive around you.
Worry.
Okay, that's done. We must return to common room for the night. Access the map. Okay, so we can't go to Mr. Ollivander just yet. Annoyingly, we have to actually go back to Hogwarts. Obviously, we're trying to get the house-specific quest sooner rather than later. But it wants us to go to sleep. I can't remember how far we need to go to get the map chamber activated, which is where we need to go for these partial playthroughs. Okay, next morning. Okay, that's done. Let's see what comes up next. I'll let itself catch up so we know what main story mission's next. I don't think it's going to tell us just yet. That's the wrong one, really. We've got no assignments currently. We've got to regroup with Professor Fig. We're just waiting for that to pop up. There we go. Field guide. Professor Fig. Yeah. So we now want to go and speak to Professor Fig then.
Come and see me. I've discovered something in the locket we found at Gringotts.
Perfect. Okay, can we fast travel? Probably not to be... we can fast travel. Charms Classroom, there we go. There is news. Some more missions will be given to play in Modern Warfare 2 this year. Okay, I've not played Modern Warfare 2. I'm not really a first-person shooter fan, to be fair.
Can you help me?
I think... Yeah, I'm just not a fan of first-person shooters. I think the realism for me has gone too far, and I struggled in my head to deal with it for different reasons. Okay, let's do this. But yeah, I like the fact they're still adding things, though. That's the important part. Right, come on, Fig. Let's get this done.
Professor, I'm glad to see you.
And I you. Thank Merlin you're in one piece. I heard about the attack. Trolls in Hogsmeade?
Sir, the trolls were wearing armor.
I have played
it had that
first-person
dark
previously.
glow, like the dragon collar.
Yeah, I tend to do mainly single-player story-driven games.
used it to control the dragon. But how? And why send trolls to...
They were there because of me. I overheard Ranrock talking with Victor Rookwood.
Ranrock was
I'm from the UK, Storm.
With Rookwood?
Yeah, United
The
Kingdom.
trolls were Ranrock's distraction so that Rookwood could get to me. And he would have, had Sirona and the patrons at the Three Broomsticks not intervened.
This is grave news.
I'm assuming you found me via SLPCLK, would be my guess.
Dark wizards are after you.
Been a massive supporter of the channel.
Vault.
They're after the locket. You said you discovered something in it.
Yes, yes. I discovered an inscription. When I read it aloud, this map appeared. Clever enchantment. It's a map of Hogwarts, to be sure, but I do not know where it leads.
Leads us to the map chamber.
Leads to the library. The restricted section, to be precise. And a bit beyond. I see traces of magic there on the map.
I suspected you would see something.
Shall we go?
I appreciate your enthusiasm, and I'm eager to discover what we may find there as well. But if our experience at Gringotts, let alone what happened to Miriam, taught me anything, it's that the path we're on is
danger doesn't matter, does it?
I'd like you to work with Professor Hecat a bit before we continue.
Okay, so we're not going to be able to do it just yet.
How dangerous could the library be? Perhaps we're only after a book.
Perhaps we are only after a book, but we should be prepared for anything. Once you've honed your defensive magic.
So currently we're 2 hours into this partial playthrough. We've got a 3.5 hour stream. We've got plenty of time. That's not the issue. So skipping side missions, skipping some of the cutscenes tomorrow will speed things up when we do the next partial playthrough tomorrow. Professor Hecat's here. No, not here. Could we have fast travelled? Hang on. I don't need to pick that up, so I'm just trying to work out where Professor Hecat is. Your favourite game is Elden Ring. We haven't got to that yet, to be fair. It's been on our list for a while. We just haven't managed to get to it yet. It looks good. I must admit, Soulsborne's games I've not really got into before. I'm interested to do it. I know people want to see us do it to see us if we rage or not, since I don't generally rage at anything. But I'm interested to see what it's like. I know there's a lot of fanfare for it. There's more DLC coming for it as well, isn't there? So the game is only getting bigger. We will feature on the channel at some point. It's just getting to it. I suppose I need to put it in the next vote, ideally. There's so many games on our list that you guys have given us to do live that it's just a case of time or when we get to it, to be fair. They are more difficult, absolutely. I'm not worried about being difficult. I'm not worried about, I don't mind dying in a game 20 times. That kind of thing doesn't bother me. As long as you learn from dying, I don't really have an issue with it, to be fair.
I'm here about the new spell you wanted to teach me, Professor.
Good.
It does interest me because there's no story to a degree. There is some story, but I mean, it's quite open.
As such, you are
and from what I've seen, it looks quite interesting.
The fire-making spell, handy for lighting torches, burning away spider webs, and, when necessary, defending against those who would wish to do
Right, so we're going to learn Incendio.
Sounds versatile.
Quite. But before we get started, I'd like you to complete a few tasks.
Of course you do.
You may be surprised by some of them. Astonishing how much students don't think their professors know. When you're finished, come and see me. Then we shall begin working on Incendio.
Because we have to do this before we can do the next big mission.
You know where to find me once you've finished.
Oh, okay, so this is where we have to do the cross wands duel part. We haven't got a choice. Because it wants us to do certain things here. So we need to go and do cross wands. Annoyingly. I was going to avoid this, but we haven't got a choice. Right, so that's where we're heading. I can't get any closer. I can go to there. Don't know if that's going to be how close it's going to be, to be fair. Have a look. Yeah, I'd read it's roughly 2.5 hours to get to the map chamber for the partial playthroughs, but obviously it depends how much you look around. We're trying to avoid looking around. We haven't skipped cutscenes today, so that could be why it's... well, it's not taking too long, to be fair. It's still about right. Sorry. Right, we're here.
Can I help you?
Sebastian told me to see you about a club.
If
So
Sebastian
we have to complete 2 rounds of this.
That's all I need to know.
And practice, I think, as well.
A dueling club of sorts. It's invitation only, so you must have really impressed Sebastian.
Which should be better. I think PlayStation seems to have more exclusive games, doesn't it? It seems to have better IPs in that
it's
regard.
quite something to see the two of you duel.
How does cross wands work exactly?
You show up.
In the future, my plan is to get an Xbox for the channel so we can play Xbox games as well.
It's our way of determining the
I think their subscription Game Pass is obviously superior to PlayStation's currently. I think PlayStation will catch that up a little bit, the way it's going. But yeah, it's
of course. Dueling's an
they don't seem to have as many exclusives, which is obviously not helping them.
In crossed ones, you could duel with a partner if you like.
But I don't really believe in this console versus console. I think every game should be across every platform.
Care to step into
I
the
think
ring?
that's the only way of more people enjoying
Get
things.
me in the ring.
Spectacular! Let the fireworks begin!
You know, I get exclusivity to a degree, but I just think it just ruins things for people.
We'll make you regret.
And creates these arguments that aren't needed. Right, we've got to win this first round. Okay, we just need to win this first round. I think we need to win the second round as well. Right, 1 down. There we go, victory for us.
Pity more people can't watch the duels.
Then we need to win 2 rounds and practice.
Nice work. Sebastian wasn't wrong about you. There's strong competition ahead, but keep this up and you could be the next school champion.
Brilliant. Count me in.
I shall. In fact, the second
Nice
jewel is
shots.
ready when you are.
The thing is, we've done this on our
as a
main
fully
playthrough because this is a partial playthrough just to help us with the
You now
platinum.
have access to the official Crossed Wands training dummy.
We have done a lot of this
Very
before.
good way to master spell combinations. Come and see me.
You
and
don't
I'll
play
set it
games
up.
still, you're 18 years
Again,
old, but I hope to build a
congratulations on your
PC next
first
year. Oh,
Crossed
nice.
Wands victory. Well fought.
Yeah, we will feature PC games on the channel in the future as well. That's the plan anyway. Okay, that's that done. We need to do a second round and complete a round of spell combination practice. So we haven't quite finished here yet.
May I use the training dummy?
Of course. I'll fetch it and give you a list of combinations.
This is the bit we need to get the combinations right.
Ready to have a try now?
Yep.
That would be wonderful.
And then we've got to win round 2 as well.
Before the dummy lands.
Before the main story moves on.
If you need to stop practicing before you finish all of them, let me know.
Right, let's get this done. Is that one done?
Nicely done.
Levioso done.
Good one.
Okay, we've got a complete combination without allowing the dummy to touch the floor. So Levioso, 1, 2, 3. No, wrong button. I was meant to do it towards us there. Right, Levioso, 1, 2, 3. Accio, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Excellent form.
It's weird not having the spells we use in our main playthrough though, because
You looked good out there.
the spells we use in our main playthrough are so much more offensively based.
You'll be a fearsome challenger now.
Favourite streamer, he's done amazing things for my channel, to be fair. It's been incredible for us. And he is a really nice guy. You know, I always try and drop in on his streams and say hello when I can.
Hello, Lucan. Is the next round of Crossed Wands?
But yeah, such a nice guy.
Why, yes it is. I've got a great match
His wedding
lined
looked
up.
incredible as well. I saw the pictures he posted. It looked incredible.
I'm ready.
Right, we need to win the second round as well.
Are you dueling with a partner?
No.
I'll be dueling solo.
Then let's get to it.
We could duel with someone, but actually we'll do it solo.
Ready to get thrashed?
Got our wits about us here, obviously. The 3-on-1.
Apologies in advance.
Yeah, we wouldn't be where we are now without him. Yeah, he plays a lot of different games, doesn't he?
There goes my way.
We'll try and focus on one at a time, I think is the easiest way. Keep an eye on what they're doing as well. Right, Hector's down. Wrong one. Okay, 3-on-1, we've just got to win this, and then we can move on. One Bombarder and stuff like that. It's so weird not having our spells. She's down. There we go, round 2-1. So that's now she's moved the main story on. But yeah, he does play a good variety, to be fair, which is really good.
Bravo!
I gave it my all.
You did indeed. The other duelists have already taken notice of you, but after that last round, really
I watch a bit, not as much as I used to be fair.
if you want a chance of winning.
Yeah, I don't watch
Or
as
at
much as I
least
used to years
surviving the
ago.
next round. I'll let you know when we're ready.
I saw the England
Hope to see
loss
you
by
then.
1 run though the other day. That was yesterday, I think it was.
The
Was
next
incredible.
round is for all the gobstones, so to speak.
Right, that's that bit done.
Assignment's all finished.
So now we can go back and learn Incendio, which is what we want to do next for the main story. Yeah, can't complete the main story until we learn that. So I want to get. Can I get to? I should be able to get to the classroom, to be fair. So Incendio, and then main story moves on a little bit. I don't know where. We need to know what point we get to the map chamber, don't we? Make life a bit easier for ourselves. Okay, just gotta head down here. We learn Incendio, and then we go and see Professor Fig. We still need the house-specific quest. We haven't quite got that yet. I don't think we're that far off being able to get it. It's just a case of when it allows us to pick it up. That's the thing. And maybe I was a little bit further away than I thought. I should have grabbed more flues, maybe. Both teams are their champions last year. I don't know. Yeah, I didn't see much last year, to be fair.
I trust Mr. Brattleby was able to accommodate you.
I finished all of the tasks you gave me, Professor Hecat.
I think,
glad to hear it.
Yeah, I kind of prefer the England
Then you
team from
should be
years
ready
ago,
to
to be
learn
fair. Some of the
Incendio.
old players I
Should
really
be, Professor.
like.
Yes. I'm sorry to say, I visited
a
enough
different team now,
careless
isn't it?
colleagues at St. Mungo's to assure you that fire is a fickle servant. Your spellcasting has impressed me thus far, but please maintain focus. I would rather we not end
Some of the
today's
side quests are
lesson
really
with your
interesting.
loaves
There's
of
3
flame. Let us
story-driven side quests
remember,
that have their own
focus on the proper
storylines that
wand
go
movement.
quite deep. They're really good. And obviously the main story itself is good. We've got a main playthrough. We've completed the main story and a lot of the side stories as well. But for the Platinum Trophy, we need to do 3 partial playthroughs to get to a certain point in the story. That's 3 different houses to what we were. So that's why we're doing this. We need to get to a certain point in the story to allow us to continue on. Assign bottom. I'm pressing it. Why won't it assign? Oh, because I know why it's there. That's why. There you go. Right, we need to quickly practice this. Weren't close enough. Right, Incendio's recharged.
Keep at it, and do try not to incinerate yourself.
Okay, we can now go back to Fig, which is main story. Where's Fig now? Let's go there, and we can get to Fig. As I say, we've got to get to main story point before this partial playthrough's done. But yeah, the side stories are really interesting. As I was saying earlier, I'm really impressed with the side stories and how involved they are. There's a lot of games where you do the side missions and they don't really equate to much. Whereas they feel like main story missions a lot of the time when they are only side quests, which I really enjoy that. Could have fast traveled directly in here, couldn't I? There's a flue in here. No, the flue's actually below us, I think. Right, anyway, main story.
There you are.
Speak to Fig.
Hello, sir. You'll be pleased
No
to know
worries.
that I
Thank
worked
you very
on
much
my
for joining us,
defense of
Storm.
magic
Much
with Professor
appreciated.
Hecat.
So
And yeah,
she
hopefully we'll
tells
see
me
you
you've
again.
taken
Thank
rather
you, Storm.
well to your new wand. You must continue to work with her and your other professors to improve your skills.
Come on, Fig. Can we go and
That
find
said,
the map chamber
I
now?
don't wish to postpone our visit to the library any longer.
Right, let's go.
So, shall we proceed?
I think this is where he
Fig,
gets taken out,
I
doesn't he?
have
Professor
work
Black wants him for
Come.
something.
Headmaster, I'm with a student and my
I think we need to
schedule
sneak in with Sebastian, I believe.
As will your student. I would think that after all the trouble you caused me with Osric, you'd be eager to make amends.
I'm
My
hoping we can
office,
actually get
5
this partial
minutes.
playthrough done in one stream. And we've got another hour and a half of the stream left. I kind of expect us to be there by now, but we haven't skipped cutscenes, so it could be that the reason we're still going.
But Professor...
We have no choice. It would be unwise to provoke our illustrious headmaster further. I shall find you when I've completed whatever toils I must endure.
And I can't offhand remember exactly how far we go before we head there. Right, we've got to speak to Sebastian now. Can I fast travel? This is the bit about the Hogwarts map I'm not a fan of. It's everywhere. That's Fig's classroom. Defense against the dark arts. I think that's close to where Sebastian is. So this is where we have to sneak into there with Sebastian. I don't think the first map chamber is long after that. But I can never remember. Right, here's Sebastian.
Sebastian, there you are.
I was
Can't
hoping
skip
to see
any of
you.
this either.
I was in the 3 broomsticks after the troll attack. And
But yeah,
saw what
I'm
happened
interested
with
to see if we
Rookwood
can
and
get this
Harlow.
done in one go. Because
Not
we'll know
many
more for
students
tomorrow and
have
Friday.
Victor Rookwood's
I'm hoping we
attention.
can.
What was that all about?
Seems he's working with Ranrock. And Ranrock is after something I found at Gringotts.
Ranrock? And when were you at Gringotts?
Professor Fig and I ended up there after the dragon attack. It's quite the tale. Fig had this
portkey to Gringotts? I'm not sure I follow.
I barely follow myself, and I was there. Anyway, we ended up in an ancient vault where we found a map. That map leads to the restricted section.
You can't be serious.
Come on, let's go to the restricted section, shall we?
Professor Fig has insisted that I not tell a soul about any of this. I've probably said too much.
Understood. Your secret's safe with me. Whatever it is.
Thank you, Sebastian. You mentioned being clever enough not to get caught in the restricted section.
And I am. Meet me outside the library tonight.
Okay, so we need to get him.
No one.
Thank you,
And
Sebastian.
so I can't quite remember
I'll meet you later.
at what point we get to the map chamber. I don't feel it's that far off, to be fair, but I don't know how many missions are in advance. Let's meet Sebastian. Let's go and do this. This is part of the main quest anyway. So at least we're making progress.
See there? That's the door we need to reach.
And tomorrow's partial playthrough will be quicker because we'll skip
those
cutscenes.
annoying prefects would love nothing more than to rat on us to Scribner, so don't let them see us. Understood?
I can be sneaky. Let's go.
Hold on now. There's a spell you
Hi, Cash. Good morning. How are you?
Disillusionment charm. Good for getting places you're not supposed to be. Cast it and you'll appear as little more than a trick of the light, just as long as you keep your distance and stay quiet.
You mean I'll actually be able to turn invisible?
Thank you, Akash.
Something like that. It's not as foolproof as a cloak, but those are expensive. And spells are free. Give it a try.
Right, let's learn a new spell. Disillusionment, which will make us invisible. Or partially invisible. It's not full invisibility, is it? That's the thing. You'll still be seen. Right, we need to stick it in one of our things. Let's put it top for the minute. Yep.
We must remain unseen.
Must remain unseen. Am I going the wrong way? I feel like I am. Yeah. Right, teach her that. Or prefect, I should say. There we go. We can go now. Yep. Right, it's one prefect out the way. There's two here we've got to get past. There's several here, actually. There's one at least moved. You gonna go? One moved at least. Been seen. I think we can get in there though. We're in.
Blast. The librarian's still here. Quick, behind the bookcase.
We're behind the bookcase. That's where Sebastian creates a distraction.
The librarian would be gone by now.
Thank you, Akash.
I said usually, but it'll still be alright. Do you see her desk behind me?
Yeah. We need to go get to the desk
key
first.
is in the drawer of
Get
that
the key.
desk. Now, here's what we're going to do. I'll create a distraction to draw her away. You focus on getting the key. I'll meet you outside of the restricted section.
Let's
You
go.
distract, I get the key. Understood.
I said I'd get you in, and I always keep my word. Trust me.
Right, where's his distraction? There he is. Come on, librarian, you need to go. We need to crack on.
Someone there? Is that you, Peeves?
Right, I didn't know which way she was going to go, but we're okay. Right, that's the key then. Okay, we need to get to the restricted section. I'll walk back past. Obviously I'm trying to do this as quickly as we can, because We just want to get the main story done to a certain point.
That wasn't so difficult after all. Now,
We're in.
to find that book.
Oh, that one's charmed to look more useful than it is. It's fooled me twice. Never judge a tome by its cover, I say.
Okay.
Ghost, don't let her see you.
We're all good. Around the back. All sorted. Next section.
Should be in the clip. There's no need for us to be skulking about.
So what is it?
Okay, no more invisibility. We can try and get to where we need to get to quickly.
To help my twin sister, Anne, so that she can return to Hogwarts. Because Merlin knows everyone else.
Thank you for the like, but it was much appreciated.
Why do you think you'll find a cure in the restricted section? Does the Hogwarts matron have nothing that can help Anne?
No, we've tried everyone from Nurse Blaney to St. Mungo's. But I can research on my own. No need to concern yourself with that right now. Let's focus on what you're after.
Let me guys in there
Which
as
is
well.
what, precisely?
I'll know it when I see it.
You're being awfully cryptic.
Right.
Who have we here?
Peeves is here.
Sebastian Solo and his new little friend.
As I say, this is taking longer than I thought, but we're okay for time.
Shouldn't be. Naughty, naughty, you'll get caughty.
Peeves, don't you...
I'm going to tell. I'm going to tell.
Of course he is.
I'm going to tell.
Oh, blasted Peeves! I've got to stop him, or at least get to the librarian with a good excuse for all of this.
Wait, I don't want you getting into trouble for me.
I have a way with the faculty when it comes to disciplinary matters. Besides, I like having friends who are in my debt. Now go. Good luck in your search.
Okay. Let's go and get the book.
Now, where's that damned
I think the
poltergeist
book may
got
be
to?
the last thing we need to do before we head to the map chamber.
I know just the spell to repair this
Can't
armor.
quite remember. Okay, we need to change spells to Reparo. Then we'll do that. Just put it there for a minute.
Repair.
Don't worry about that. Down here we go.
Of course.
Ancient
Traces
magic
of
traces.
ancient magic.
There we go. Is this the map chamber
Where
for the
might
first
this
time?
lead?
I think we may have got to the map chamber, which is where we needed to get to. And then all we need to do after that is... yeah, once we get to the map chamber, all we need to do is go and do the house-specific quest. So actually, I think we may be nearly there.
Not surprising.
Right, we need to defend
Guards at the
ourselves.
ready.
I need to change spells again. Take repair off. Let's put that there and that down there. As I say, it's weird not having the spells we're so used to using normally. Right, there's one more still to defeat. Put him down. Okay. Can't quite remember if this is map chamber or not just yet. I got hit there. Wasn't paying attention when I should have done. Him down. I think we're very close to where we need to be. Just managed to make the jump there. Okay. As we say, we've done all this before. It is a case of we're doing this just because we need, for the Platinum Trophy, we need to do 3 partial playthroughs of other houses. So we are doing this for the Platinum Trophy.
Nearly there.
There we go, we're nearly
Let's
there.
keep my wits about me.
We've got another fight here first. There we go. They're both down. Who's coming alive next? That one there. Him down. Out the way of that. Right, another one down. These early fights aren't too bad, to be fair. I forgot how many of them there actually are to do, though, to be fair. Right, so him down. That's them down as well. Job done. Let's go through.
It is a book after all.
Let's say we have to do this 2 more times this week, tomorrow and Friday, with different houses. And we still need to do the house specific quest as well. We'll get to that as soon as we can. But it will be quicker tomorrow and Friday. Because a lot of this will just skip the cutscenes. I wanted to see how long it takes naturally, without skipping, and then the rest of them we can skip. Also, just in case we missed anything when we first did it. It's a good chance to see things we may not have missed the first time round. So this is the village that the 4 wizards help, which also leads to another series of events later on. That's all they needed, just a bit of water to bring everything back alive again. So the 4 wizards and witch did want to help people as much as possible, but they drew a line at a certain point. A young girl is going to be a big thing in the story later on. Obviously, we didn't know that at the time when we first did this. And it was their actions that led her to be who she was and do what she did.
You wanted to see me? Headmistress Fitzgerald, Professor Rackham.
Miss Isadora Morganach. Welcome.
I'd say tomorrow we'll skip a lot of this,
Professor
but I want to
Rookwood,
just see if we missed anything
Professor
the first time
Bacall.
round. Especially
We
knowing how the
understand
story
that
ends
you are
now.
adjusting well to life at Hogwarts.
I am.
I am glad. Especially in light of your unusual situation, starting as a 5th year.
As it happens, I was also admitted to Hogwarts as a 5th year. I've never heard of another like us.
Miss Morganach, when we spoke yesterday after class, you asked about the beautiful swirls you saw years ago when we visited your hamlet.
I recognized you all immediately. I cannot thank you enough for what you did.
We were glad to help.
And yes, I did see swirls of magic everywhere that day. My father insists it was my imagination running wild, but it was certainly real to me.
It was not your imagination.
Percival, Professor Rackham can see them too. But we've never known of another who could.
I don't understand. What are they?
The whispers or traces that appear when a particular form of ancient magic is wielded.
Ancient magic?
Few are capable of wielding it. Hogwarts itself is a stronghold of ancient magic.
So if I can see traces of ancient magic, does that mean I can wield it too?
With the proper training.
But let us not get ahead of ourselves, Miss Morganach.
Before I can train you to wield such magic, you must first master all that Hogwarts has to offer.
A magic this powerful can do great harm in the wrong hands. It must be wielded by a select few. As such, we ask that you not speak to anyone about what we have discussed here today.
So they did see great things in Isadora. Obviously, they didn't know she was going to do what she did. But I suppose when you give someone power, and if they want to help people so desperately, they may not do as you expect them to do.
Sebastian.
Sneaking in the restricted section again! I had thought we were through with this mischief. Clearly detentions are insufficient.
So not quite the map chamber yet. I think we're very close
I
though.
must take this to the headmaster. But that being said, Peeves informs me that you didn't come alone tonight. If someone has coerced you, I would have you tell me. You're a bright boy. Don't waste this.
Obviously his situation as well is different, isn't it?
I came alone.
And we don't really know enough at this stage to understand his situation fully. It's only later on we really understand it. Okay, that is that bit done. Obviously we want to go and speak to Fig if we can. Let's wait for it to catch up with itself. Okay, is it going to catch up with itself? Yep, Professor Fig. So we should be able to fast travel there to make things a bit quicker. As I say, I think we're going to get this done in one go, but I don't know for sure. Well, Figs isn't the charm classroom, is it? I do that every time, but it's a little bit further away from where he is. Well, I suppose it's not that far away, to be fair. Right, let's get this done. What I think is, because if I remember correctly, we speak to Fig about the map chamber, we go there, and the first trial takes place elsewhere.
You cannot be serious. Goblins working with Rookwood.
So we don't have to do the first trial. We can go and get the house-specific trial once we've done the map chamber trophy, I think.
Unorthodox. It's inconceivable. It's... Ah, Fig. You have a visitor.
Okay, Professor Sharp.
I'll see what I can find out.
Go away. Thank you.
Sir, I was able to search the restricted section while you were with Professor Black. It was a book we were after.
Let's go. Let's get this done. I'd say it will be quicker tomorrow and Friday because we're going to skip the cutscenes.
You accessed the
I just wanted to see if there's anything we missed.
How? Thinking on it, perhaps it's best you spare me the details.
Fair enough. In fact, the book was below the restricted section, as it appeared on the map.
I want to hear everything. First, let's have a look.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure we do map chamber before we do the first trial, because the first trial is Rackham's trial.
Oh dear. Some of these pages seem to be missing. It appears someone has got to the book before us. Still, I will need time to study what remains. Perhaps we can still salvage something useful, though it may take some time. I wonder why it was here, below Hogwarts.
I think I know, sir. I saw 2 more memories where I found the book.
Another pensive, Godric's heart.
The man we saw before, Percival Rackham, was a professor here. The first memory showed him and 3 other professors using ancient magic to restore a hamlet from a drought.
Miriam was right. And the second memory?
In the second, they were talking to a student who started as a 5th year, like I did. She could see traces of magic too.
Why those memories? Perhaps this book will explain. I'll have to take it with me to London. The headmaster has insisted that I speak directly to the minister about George's
Okay, we're not
death.
quite at the map chamber yet then.
I understand. I'll see what I can learn about the missing pages while you're gone.
Good. Don't neglect your studies.
We've got just over an hour
work
left
is
of the
improving
stream.
by
I
the
want to
day.
get this done in one if we
But
can.
you'll want to pay attention in herbology and potions. There's more to magic than spellcasting.
Plenty to keep me occupied while you're gone.
You've done exceptionally well. I look forward to seeing all that you've accomplished when I return. Oh,
right.
And don't neglect your friends. You may be surprised by how much you can learn
Yeah,
from
we're not
them
worried about
as
friends.
well.
So that's that bit done. Obviously, I want to keep moving forward. What's next for us? Main quest wise. It's all main quest is what we focused on. Waiting for you to come up and tell me. There we go.
It's time to prove your dueling mettle and see if we've a new school champion.
That's
Meet
not
me
main
at the
quest, I
usual
don't
place
think.
For the final round of crossed wands. Also, the training dummy is still available.
Okay, I don't think that's main quest.
Meet me in Lower Hogsfield as soon as
That's
possible.
not main quest either.
I would like to talk to you about Rookwood and Harlow, and it might be best to do so outside of the castle.
Anyone else? Okay. I don't want to meet Natty, or do we? I think we might have to. Yeah, hamlets and small communities, exit field guide. Perfect. Right, let's have a look at quests. Or main quest only. We've got to meet Natty, we've got to go to herbology. The cross wands and stuff we don't need to do. So let's go to herbology first. As I say, some of this is frustrating because we're trying to get this done as quickly as we can. But we don't really have much choice at this point. These things we need to do to allow us to move on the main story. So, herbology we've got to go to next. Ignore the flying pages. All side missions are being ignored. As I say, the focus is just on getting to where we need to get to for the story. Well, I thought 2 hours would have been plenty, and obviously takes a little bit longer than that to get this done. Right, herbology is here.
Is she growing Punja's onion again?
To be fair, I am going to skip this class. Mainly because, like I say, we've done it all. So I'm not too worried about the class itself. It's weird skipping stuff, it really is. Although that hasn't really skipped that much, has it? We'll definitely skip a lot more tomorrow.
The soil should envelop the root like
Right,
a
that's that done.
warm, dirty blanket. Now for our next task.
Right, we've got to
we'll be
speak to her.
planting Dittany at our potting.
There we go.
Hippogriffs like not. Yes, Professor?
Firstly, well done with your
Can't skip
mantra.
any of this either.
They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
Actually, I enjoyed it. I couldn't help but catch your enthusiasm.
How kind of you. It seems you're already taking to herbology like a mandrake to fresh soil. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting Dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some,
I was going to say,
Professor.
we've got some from
Picked them up
Hogsmeade,
in
didn't we?
Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful. A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
Okay, we need to plant the seeds.
Let's see how to balance my star thistle.
Dittany's restorative properties make it a vital ingredient
There we go.
in the
Job done.
Wiggenweld potion. Well done! Once it can be harvested, your Dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that. Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different different sort of flora. The Chinese chomping
I remember
cabbage.
the Chinese chomping cabbage.
You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Be a dear and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers.
There's actually quite a lot to do before you get to the map chamber then for the first time. A lot more than I was expecting, to be fair.
Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you. I'm Leander. I'll be showing you the Chinese chomping cabbages. Up these stairs will take
come on,
us there.
let's go.
But
I'm not
nice
hanging around.
work in defense against the dark arts, by the way.
Excuse me?
Your duel
I've
with
gone
Sebastian.
too high.
And he's good. Thinks he's really good.
I went the
But you
wrong
haven't
way.
Slaughtered him.
There we go.
Brilliant.
Oh.
Right, Chinese chomping cabbage. We need to pick them up.
I nearly put Sebastian in his place myself.
I didn't need to really grab that, did I?
I would have, if Hecate hadn't stopped me.
Didn't...
Here we are. Home of the Chinese chomp. Now, see that dummy?
Yeah.
Just toss the cabbages at it, and they'll do the rest.
Okay, Chinese chomping cabbages selected.
Look at that. They'll chomp on anything they can get their mouths on.
Is that done?
Mum planted some in her
Right.
garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Did save her the de-gnoming, but they left her honking daffodils in tatters.
Job done.
Vicious little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that just have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone, but... Well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
Yeah, there's a lot more talking than I was expecting for
I
just
suppose they
trying to
could
get to the
prove
map
useful
chamber.
outside of the greenhouse.
But
Nothing
as I
wrong
say,
with a bit of
tomorrow will be
backup,
quicker.
even if it is from a cabbage.
It's chaos out there. Trolls in Hogsmeade and such. You can't be above throwing a cruciferous vegetable if necessary. Dogweed and deathcap has more of them, if you're keen. Other plants too. Ones your parents wouldn't plant in the garden. You get the idea. Anyway, we
Right,
probably
let's get
want
back
head
to class.
Take your time. I'll see you back in class.
No taking our time, we just want to get back. Okay, go back and speak to Professor Garlic. And then I think this class is done. I'm trying to remember what we did at the start of the game. We've done so much. I can't quite remember exactly.
Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits.
No, we didn't lose a finger.
Good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
Magical plants have so much to offer.
Thank you for the like, but it was much appreciated.
I'm glad. Herbology is a bounteous subject. Tend to your garden, and it will tend to you. Huh. Well, I suppose that's everything.
Good.
Do come by for a chat sometime.
That's that
I so
one
enjoy
done.
checking in with my new students.
So one part of the main story bit done.
Hope those mandrakes are really relishing their new pods.
I'm ignoring all the leveling up and all that. None of that's needed for what we want to try and achieve. So what have we got main story wise next? Obviously we can go to Hogsmeade for our... I may need to do that, to be fair. We're going to go meet Natty in Lower Hogsfield as well. Which we've got to go... The world map. It's all the way down here. Let's go Hogwarts map. I'm trying to see if there's a faster route out. There is just there. So we're going to meet Natty next. That's part of the main story as well, so we can't go to the map chamber yet. We need to do this first. I'm not going to bother about anything else along the way. We can't fly, obviously. We haven't got a broom yet. So we just want to get here as quickly as we can. And then, I'm trying to think what Natty needs while we're here. I don't think there's that much to do with Natty. If I can remember.
I should investigate.
No, don't need to investigate. We just need to crack on. Get what we need done. We may need to do Hecate's assignment. I'm not too sure.
It is good to see you, my friend.
Right, come on then, Natty. What do we
Natty,
need?
how are you? I hope you've recovered from our rather eventful
So we're
trip
just
to
trying to get
Hogsmeade.
to map chambers, that trophy's done.
But I have been worried about
That's all
you,
we've
my
kind of
friend.
really trying to focus on.
With Ranrock
And then the
and Rookwood and
house-specific
Hollow after you?
story.
I'm all right at the moment.
We did not speak about it at the time, but I am hoping now you might tell me why they were looking for you.
They want something that Professor Fig and I found at Gringotts.
When were you at Gringotts?
Just before we came to Hogwarts. In fact, it's why I was late to the sorting ceremony. A portkey brought us there after the dragon attacked our carriage.
What on earth?
There's one more thing. It's a bit odd, if I'm honest. Professor Fig says I have a rare connection to a powerful form of ancient magic.
I'm amazed at the platinum trophy for this. I know the game's not been out a massively long time.
I think so.
But I'm surprised. According to PlayStation, it's ultra rare. 0.4% have the platinum for this.
I know that's a lot to
It's quite straight. I suppose it's the extra 3 partial playthroughs that
and
puts
I
people
will
off.
have more questions.
To be fair.
For now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Hollow are a threat to both of us, to all of us, which is why I wanted to speak to you. I realized something that day in Hogsmeade. You displayed such courage fighting that troll, and Serona wasn't intimidated one bit by Rookwood and Hollow. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Hollow.
Well, we got a choice. We got to listen to this before we can do anything else.
I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
Good. Rookwood and Hollow are a dangerous pair, and the fact that they're working with Ranrock, well...
All the more reason they must be stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations.
I thought we'd have probably an hour to do our main playthrough and do some more collectibles and thing on that. I didn't think this would take
shouldn't
this long.
Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
That's why you don't skip cutscenes.
She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with a student. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow is planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit, try to get the evidence that...
Okay, do we need to do this for main story?
All right. But how?
I am going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to.
I don't think we need to, actually. She's going to reach out when she knows more. So I don't think we need to do anything.
I am here if you need me.
Thank you, Natty.
I think that will be that bit of the main story bit done.
Be on your guard.
Yep.
I beg your pardon. How dare you threaten me?
What's going on here?
Okay, that bit of the main story is done. I think Help the Stranger is main story as well. Looking at that, let's have a look at quests. I think Help Stranger's main story it is. Trials of Merlin. Oh no, Help the Stranger attend Potions class. So let's go and help the stranger quickly, as that's main story related, and then Potions class. And hopefully we're getting a bit closer to this map chamber. If I remember correctly, you go to map chamber before you do the first trial, so we don't have to do the first trial. We just need to go to the map chamber to get the trophy, then we can go to Hogsmeade, get the house mission, and go and do that.
I do not have time to...
Hope we've got enough time in this stream to do it all.
Oi! Speak of the devil.
I can skip this cutscene, so I'm going to. The other thing I'm going to quickly check while we're here is we did have a side quest. There we go. I don't know if we need to do it, but if we can, we will. It's dodging an incendio.
Taking your life.
So I'm not going to block, I'm going to roll, just because it does something towards one of the other things we need to do. Come down. If I remember correctly, more appear. There they are.
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
Yeah.
Do you really think you can make it hold them off?
I'm not going anywhere.
Got caught there. I'm dodging their attacks because we need it for Professor Hackett's mission. I'm not sure if we need it for main story. That's why I thought we might as well try while we're here. We need to do Incendio on 5 as well.
Aha! Back for more.
Incendio, I think that's we'll cast that on 4 now.
Stop this buffoonery!
It will come up when we achieve it. I don't know if we have to, but I thought while we're here we'll try. think I need to cast Incendio one more time. There we go. Okay, that's them helped. I think we need to speak to her to do this yet. Yeah, speak to the stranger. Can't skip it either.
Are you alright?
I am.
I am conscious of time. We've got just under an hour.
Excellent defensive skills.
I didn't do anything
Care to
defensive.
tell me why
To be
two
fair, we dodged
Ashwinders
an
were
attack.
ready to dispatch me to get to you.
Ashwinders?
I think this is the one we have to do this first part of these.
Cronies. They seemed quite
Our first
keen
Merlin
on
trial,
you.
essentially.
It's a long story, but thank you for your help.
Well, you've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous. Best get moving on my research before they return.
Okay, done.
You're a researcher.
Nora Treadwell at your service. Historian and archaeologist specializing in Merlin's work and life.
Merlin? Of the legend of King Arthur?
The very same. Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying
This is why I don't do New Game Plus, because all of this to me is replaying story we know.
Fixtures.
It's nice to see if there's anything we missed, but after a while you get it's so much the same.
I've taken to calling them
Maybe
the
this is why
Trials
people haven't
of
got the
Merlin.
platinum for this, or not that many have.
He created them as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. He was terribly fond of puzzles and enigmas.
Okay.
I can see why you're so interested in Merlin. I'd be keen to know more about the trials.
Well then, I'll let you in on a little secret.
There's one here.
No one has yet
Oh, okay.
managed to
Maybe not.
figure out how they work. But I believe I have just unlocked a crucial clue. I suspect that Mallow
I don't know if we've got any
is
on
an
us. I
important
don't know if we need
component
it.
in getting the
I
trials
think she may
to
unlock
work.
the first one.
Mallowsweet.
Versatile herb. Merlin repeatedly mentioned it in his writings. I had just arrived to test my theory when I was so rudely interrupted. You see, each swirl in Merlin's writing has its symbol in the center. That started me thinking, what if...
The Mallowsweet is meant to be placed at the center of the symbols.
Precisely. Would you care to do the honors? We can see
Right,
what
and this is
comes
our
of
first
our
Merlin
little
trial. We have to do this for main
hypothesis.
story. So let's get this done. This one's
I
quite a
brought
simple
trunk
one.
chock full of Mallowsweet with me. It's just over there by my tent.
Right, let's grab the Mallowsweet.
This trunk?
Yes, take plenty, even if you already have some.
I don't know how many we have, to be fair. There we go.
I have the
Mallowsweet done.
Mallowsweet.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as a stone swell on the ground.
Yep.
Each trial has these features. Place the Mallowsweet on the swell.
I'm trying to do it quickly, but there's no way to make this quicker, annoyingly. Right, the big shadow just appeared.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
The vine incense.
Light all four. All three. I don't know if it's 3 or 4. There we go, job done.
How beautiful! What a day. I can hardly believe it.
Do I need to speak to her again? Oh, I do, don't I?
I take it we can call that a success.
We can indeed. However, I now have even more questions. How does it work? I must review my notes. I may have missed something.
Are all of the trials like this one?
Oh, not precisely. Well, I think each has those telltale vines and the swirl on them.
I think we've still got quite a few
You should
Merlin trials to
feel free
do. At
to
least we know
solve
how
them
to
as you
solve
come
every one of
across
them now
I believe I have
in our
what I
main
need to
playthrough, so it
continue my
shouldn't take too
research.
long.
My guess is that each will also
Especially if we're
require
clearing them
Mallowsweet,
every time we're near one.
which
I
you can
think it
find
does
in
speed things up.
Hogsmeade, should you need more. I really must be off. Such a pleasure to meet you.
Right, that part of the main story is
Do be
done.
careful out here. Now, I've got what I needed. I shall return to the safety of my
Just wanted
notes
to catch back up to say quest done. There we go, quest is done. So we've got one more thing we need to do for main story before that moves on. We've updated some of Professor Hecat's challenge as well, which is what I was trying to do while there, just in case we have to go and do it. Potions class we need to attend, so that's what we'll do next. We'll try and rush through that as much as possible. The reason being, it's taken us quite a while to get to this point. So I am conscious of time. But yeah, tomorrow when we start the next partial playthrough, we'll skip as many cutscenes as we can, just to speed things up. Okay, I'll grab the flu to make life easier. Right, we've got to do this class. Obviously we'll do this as quickly as we can as well. There we go. Skip the cutscene. Can't skip this though.
Use a strong, even motion.
That's because we have to do it, don't we?
Please be meticulous.
Only the first time in class you
your
actually have to do these things. Other than that, you don't
One
do that
errant
much with it.
Could be disastrous.
Only a quick cutscene and then you're done. The class is done generally. Right, that's potions done. Let's skip this bit.
Not an easy potion to brew. Well
I think
done.
something happens in
And
here,
from what
doesn't
I hear
it?
of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion.
Again, potions haven't helped us during the whole playthrough. And yeah, it could have made some of the fights easier, I suppose, if we'd used potions. We never really bothered.
But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own
It was one of those things that just
Some
wasn't
can be
pushed enough, I
harvested from
think.
the plants you grow in your herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased.
And yes, they would have
Others,
made some of
however, may
the
be harder
fights
to
easier,
obtain
but
and will require you
they
to be a
weren't
bit
that
more
bad anyway. Not enough that needed
Come and see me when you finish brewing.
a potion to get
We'll
us
see
through
if
it.
it was
Yes,
skill
it would
or
have maybe
luck
helped
the
with
first
the
time
last
round.
one, but okay.
My parents considered keeping me home from school this year after the rumors of.
Did I hear Professor Sharp say that you're
Right,
permission to go
we
into
know
his
Gareth
office?
wants stuff from us. We're not going to do it. I'm just
He
going to
did
go and
say
get what we
that.
need.
He wants me to get more ingredients to brew another potion.
Brilliant! You, my friend, have been presented with an extraordinary opportunity. I'm Gareth, by the way. Gareth Weasley. Bit of a prodigy with potions, if I do say so myself.
Pleasure to meet you. Wait, are you related
Come on, Gareth,
to
hurry up.
Professor Weasley?
She's my aunt. Keeps too close an eye on me for comfort. Ugh. But she can't be everywhere. Listen, anyone with a troll-sized brain can brew an Edurus potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be spectacular. I'm just
We said yes last time and did this with him. We got the ingredients we needed. We can say no, I might see what happens, just so it's different from what
You're
we
as
did.
clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fooper feather. As you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
No.
I don't know, Gareth. I don't want to get on Sharp's bad side.
You won't.
I bet we get this anyway. I don't think there's a real no to it.
Sharp won't even miss it.
I've enough to worry about collecting the ingredients he wants me to get.
Or maybe we can not do
I'm
it.
afraid I can't help you.
I understand. I'll sort something else out.
Alright, so you can actually say no to him. I did wonder if we could or not. We said yes the first time. Ignore the Fooper feather. We don't want that. I didn't want Mongrel Fairy either, actually. Not that. I'm after these. And I'm after... Did I get everything I needed? Yeah, we did. There you go. Right, we're going to brew a Edurus potion.
Proficiency in potions are two things that cannot be rushed.
There we go.
Have patience and be thorough.
We're going to wait 30 seconds to pick it up, though, annoyingly. But yeah, we're getting there. This is the last main quest of this set of main quests. I'm hoping after this we are heading to the map chamber. If I knew exactly what order we had to do things, it would help, but I couldn't remember for the life of me. But hopefully we are getting there. And as I say, tomorrow should be quicker. We're going to skip a lot of the cutscenes tomorrow. Done.
And now we add the Mallow Suite, and... That's odd. What's happening? Wait, it's not supposed to... Ah!
So obviously we didn't help him this time, which is different to last time. But something still happens.
What happened?
Well done,
So even though we didn't help, that still happens.
What now, Mr. Weasley?
Sorry, Professor.
I think we're done. I'm just
That'll
waiting
be
for the...
points from Gryffindor. Again.
Right, we've got to speak to Professor Sharp. Conversation should be slightly different this time because we didn't help Gareth.
Potion as you asked,
Whereas
Professor.
last time we
Glad
did.
you managed to stay on task. Not every class is so eventful. I saw Mr. Weasley speaking with you earlier. He can be quite persuasive.
No, he didn't
Glad
persuade
you
us.
managed to resist. You've done well today. I confess I was skeptical given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember that you're not a potions master quite yet. In addition to having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay
Yes, Professor Sharp.
particular
Come on,
attention in
chop, chop.
herbology. The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions you brew here. Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere. That'll be all.
It is quite a way in we have to go to get to the
I think each of us has had enough excitement
More
for
than I was
one day.
expecting.
Class is dismissed.
Right, good job done. That should now pop up. There we go. Main quest done. Can we go and see Fig now? Tell Professor Fig about the map chamber. There's 2 things to do according to this.
My robes
I don't know what they all are. I need a main quest to pop up. Come on.
Another adventure, are we?
I understand
Go
you're
bold.
quite the enterprising young Ravenclaw.
Okay, this is the Ravenclaw mission.
A long-lost book for him. I'd like to talk to you about it.
So that is the Ravenclaw house mission. I don't think we've got another main quest. Oh, actually, it's part of them. So it is part of the main quest. So we'll go there first and do the house mission first of all. We can fast travel to that. I was expecting to do it after the map chamber, but we'll do it first then. I don't know obviously how long this mission is, but this is meant to be the weakest house mission in the game. We did the Gryffindor one, which was finding the missing pages. This is the Ravenclaw house mission.
Good of you to come. My friend, Professor Fig, speaks highly of you.
I don't know what we need to do for these. I haven't read too much into them other than the name of it, so I knew what it was.
You're having tracked down a difficult-to-find book. I wondered if you'd be willing to do a little detective work on my behalf.
Of course, what do you need?
Of course, Mr. Ollivander. Sounds most up my street.
Wonderful. You see, about a century ago, an heirloom applewood wand with a fairy wing core went missing from this very shop. My great-aunt suspected a student named Richard Jackdaw. He'd been serving as an assistant here and suddenly vanished.
Richard Jackdaw?
Like the bird. In fact, he was known to frequent the Hogwarts Owlery. We searched there, of course, but found no wand. We did find a series of statues similar to Jackdaw's. I'm certain they're a clue, but I cannot figure out where they lead.
So the only other thing I do know is this mission allows us to see a unique area you don't see if you play as any other house, which is the Owlery.
Was less than helpful.
I'll have a look for you. You've certainly given me plenty to go on.
Ah, you've brought hope to this old
I could have asked
Wandmaker's
some questions,
heart.
to be fair.
Professor Fig was right. You are a remarkable student.
Okay. So starting the quest, we need to investigate the Owlery. Like I say, you can't go to this location in any other playthrough unless you're Ravenclaw. That's what makes it unique. Astronomy wing. I need to come out. I got no fast travel point there. I'm just thinking of nearest fast travel. Transfiguration is probably the nearest we can get. It'd be easy if we could fly, I know, but at this point we don't really need to fly. Would speed things up a little bit though.
Broadens the mind.
Right. Is the other main quest in the log now? Just checking if the other main quest is there, to be fair. No. Okay. So it does seem the house quests are part of the main story as well, which is interesting. I wasn't expecting that. I thought it was something we'd have to select. So you actually can't, because I looked up the names of all the house quests just so I couldn't miss them. But actually, you don't need to because they happen automatically, it seems. Okay. And obviously we've not been to the Owlery before, it will be all new to us, as we've not seen it. Right, out, before we head out, let's grab a flute, just in case we come here again. Owlery is over here somewhere. What about Summoner's Court match? Why is it telling me to go a different direction? Oh, there's a pathway there, that's why. Summoner's Court. Oh, I think we're going up to that tower. Wow, okay. That's a completely different location from what we've seen before. As I say, each house mission is a unique location. I'm guessing there'll be some sort of puzzle to solve, to be fair. Yeah, definitely somewhere we've not been. I suppose we can go there in our main playthrough. We'll have to have a look and see when we get back to our main playthrough to continue doing everything else we need to do. We'll have to have a look and see if we can get here ourselves and just see if it is locked off truly from us by not doing this quest. May just be able to see it, but may not be able to do anything, potentially. Well, they're saying that there is a flue here, which we wouldn't normally have, would we? Right, so this is the Owlery.
Mr. Ollivander mentioned must be upstairs amongst the owls.
So yeah, definitely somewhere we've not been in our main playthrough, to be fair. I can't remember coming here anyway. Yeah, we've definitely not been here in our main playthrough.
I'm here to help a friend. Now, where are those statues?
Revelio.
Right, we're looking for statues. They can come off.
I recognise those symbols. The summoning charm should do the trick.
There we go. It's one statue. I don't know how many statues we need to do. None there. One in there.
Oh, this will do nicely.
No, that's money. We're looking for the jackdaw statues.
Here's a welcome.
I know there's an interaction there. I'm just pull these off first.
Empty perches. Could be the right size for jackdaws. Or statues of jackdaws.
Okay, return the bird sculptures to their perches.
Revelio.
So what else have we got here? I know there's a page there. I didn't see the jackdaw statue there, either. Right, so we're missing two. There's something on the roof. Let's head up.
Birds aren't afraid of heights. Perhaps I should look a bit higher.
Yeah, let's look a bit higher. We're looking for jackdaw statues. There's a few things to do here that we obviously didn't do in the main story, in the our main playthrough.
Nothing. I'll take that, thank you.
I think we just released another one. Yeah, Owlery is definitely a different location.
Nothing.
That's another statue I think just fell down. Don't know if we've got them all yet, so we might as well open all of these up. And then at least we know we should have everything down there. I don't want to fall down just yet.
Here's a welcome surprise.
You know I didn't want to fall down just yet, we just did. Right, we did get another jackdaw statue there. We've got two in fact, so we need to place these over here. That's another one done. I can't place the last one there for some reason. Why can't I place the last one? I think I've got the last one, I think. Maybe I haven't. Maybe we need to open up more. Okay, there's a few more up here to open up. But yeah, we'll have to try and come here in our main playthrough and just see if we can or not.
No statues here. Nothing.
Okay, so it's time to go back down. I have got the last statue then. It just wouldn't let me place it a minute ago, I don't think.
Revelio.
Okay, will it let me place the last one now? No. What? I swear I've picked up the last statue, but it won't actually let me place it. Strangely. There's nothing on the floor below me, is there? No. That's weird. So I can't actually place the last one. For some reason, it just won't let me interact. We know we've got it. That's weird. Or unless it did drop down. What? No, it's starting to go back up. I know we know we've picked it up. It just for some reason won't allow me to place it. Okay. I don't know if we've glitched it somehow. It seems. If we go to inventory, I'm pretty sure we're going to see it in there. That's beast. Notes, resources. Where's quest items? Maybe I haven't picked it up then. So I'm missing one of them, but I can't see where. Right, there's no more bits to open up there. They're all open. Oh, there's one there. There you go. That's a lot. So I thought I'd picked up the last statue, but I hadn't. That's why I went to replace it because I didn't actually have it.
What's happening?
Sounds about right. Okay, so they're all in place. Hello, good morning. How are you? I'm doing okay, thank you. How are you? So where's this sending us? Look who it is.
Could it be?
It is Richard Jackdaw.
Someone solved my puzzle after all these years.
We did indeed.
Well done indeed.
You're good, glad you're good.
If you've got something to hide, you found the perfect spot. Richard Jackdaw.
So I'm guessing this is where he hid the wand.
Richard Jackdaw. So, Mr. Ollivander was right. He wants his family wand back.
Goodness. I'd forgotten about that wand. I assure you I don't have it on me. I'm almost certain I dropped it the moment I was beheaded in that cave. Oh, it was sheer folly to follow that map.
What map?
Ridiculous, really. Found it on some yellowed old pages Peeves had pilfered. Thought I could impress a girl. But that's a story for another day.
So, you stole a wand and then followed a map on some pages that you took from Peeves.
It does sound a bit of a long story, doesn't it, for him?
Odd to hear it all reduced to such absurdity. But yes. Why do you care about some old wand?
I don't really. Ollivander does. It's the pages I'm after. Might they be with the wand in the cave?
Indeed. Say, here's an idea. Why don't you meet me at the edge of the Forbidden Forest? I'd be happy to show you where to find them.
Okay. I'm not too worried about asking the other questions.
If that's the only way for me to get those pages, I'll meet you there.
If you don't mind the sight of my decapitated skeleton, the wand and the pages are yours for the taking.
So we're going to get to his skeleton and go and retrieve the wand and the statue. There is a fast travel here. Just in case we need to come back, we'll grab the fast travel that's here. Where's the... No, it's a side quest, isn't it? That's a side quest. Map with floating candles. Okay, ignore that. We'll need that for the main playthrough, I think. So we are heading. Where are we heading? And why does it not come up? Oh, we need to wait for it to catch up, I think. There we go. New main quest. That's locked because we need to learn Expelliarmus. We need to dodge 2 more enemy attacks. It's locked behind that. Okay. I don't think we're going to get this partial playthrough done today. I was hoping we'd get it done in one stream, but I don't think we're going to. That's Forbidden Forest. Let's go Forbidden Forest and then hopefully find some spiders. Because then we can roll out the way of those, get this done for Hecate, go and learn Expelliarmus.
What are you up to now?
And go do what we need to do there. All we need is to be attacked. Which is the Forbidden Forest. We should get attacked. There we go, there's something on the left. Don't need to beat it, we just need to be attacked by it. Come on then, Dugbog. I need to roll out the way of your attacks. Times 2. There we go, 1 there.
Yes.
Number 2. Perfect, done. Job done. So now we can head back to do the class we need to do. And then we can hopefully go to Jackdaw and do his. Right, I should be able to fast travel now. So Hogwarts map. I'm looking for a flue nearby. That one. So we can go and learn Expelliarmus now. And then we can go and do the wand and then go from there. Yeah, I've got a feeling we may not get this done in one stream today. I was hoping we would. But obviously it's taken a little bit longer because we didn't skip cutscenes until now. I think that's why it's taken a little bit longer. Tomorrow will be quicker for the other parts. So we may have to finish this off tomorrow morning and then start the next partial playthrough afterwards.
Then you're ready to learn Expelliarmus. Pay close
Possibly.
attention.
We got 25 minutes.
May often be all you
I think we are
need to
close to
defeat
getting
the
to the map
most
chamber.
powerful
That's the
dark
thing.
witches and wizards you might encounter. Spellcasting requires a focused mind and a steady wand.
Expelliarmus was one of those spells in our main playthrough we didn't use very much, to be fair. It just wasn't something we needed to use. I think I tried using it towards the end.
If you wish to stay in practice.
There we go, that's done. So now we can do the main quest because we needed Expelliarmus to allow us to do Jackdaw's Rest. So, to get there, the nearest point is this one here. So there we go. We're going to try and speed through the Forbidden Forest. I'm not worried about being attacked. We're going to try and get past as much as that's possible, just so we can get this done. Because there's still a chance we can get this partial playthrough done in one stream. This is the house-specific quest. So at least we've been forced to do it as part of the main story. So we know we've definitely done and not missed it. But I think I preferred the Gryffindor house quest so far. I'm curious to actually which one I prefer by the end of this. And what you guys prefer as well, whether you've played this or not. And done the partial playthroughs. It's going to be interesting to see which of the house-specific quests people kind of think are the best ones compared to what the reviewers say. Because this is rated as the worst one.
As good as my word.
We meet again, Richard Jackdaw.
I suppose I shouldn't be surprised to see you. Only a Ravenclaw would travel this far in pursuit of knowledge.
Well said. Now, where do we go from here?
Follow me. I shall lead you as far as I can, but I fear I may remain a tad reluctant to revisit the scene of my demise. Keep your eyes open for a bird bath. When you find it, say Intramuros. I think it's Latin.
Right, we're looking for a bird bath as we follow Richard Jackdaw.
As you can imagine, I never paid much attention in school. Shall we?
We shall indeed. Right, come on then. Chop chop.
Aside from the bird bath, anything else I should look for?
Indeed. A few landmarks. A stone bridge, a waterfall, and, if I recall, a lake. You'll see.
You've been very helpful. Thank you.
So I'm not too worried about being attacked. If we can avoid it, we would avoid it, if possible.
Coming back to me.
May not have a chance to avoid everything.
Yes. You know, the closer we get, the more I'm remembering. Probably best I leave you to it.
Okay, so he's going to leave us now.
And keep a sharp eye out for that bird.
Let's go.
Adieu.
Right, we've got spiders here, so we have actually got to take some of these on. I was hoping we wouldn't have to, but these are a lot higher level than we are as well, actually. I've just seen how higher level they are. Well, they're level 20s. What's happening down there? So this is part of the this is part of the house quest. So why are they so higher level? Obviously, I wouldn't expect them to be so higher level for the house quest when it's part of the main story. Oh. down. I'm down. So level 20 spiders to do the house quest. Okay. I wasn't expecting them to be that high. Obviously, if we can get the, if we can get, although it's telling us to go a different way now. So the last time it told us to go through the spiders. This time it's not. So actually, maybe you can avoid them then.
Nothing to do now but keep going.
It was just the last time it told us to go through the spider's nest. If we could have avoided it, I would have done. I did wonder why they were level 20. I was thinking, that's a bit weird.
The waterfall. For a thief, Jackdaw's surprisingly
Right.
as good as his word.
This is just a case of going to a series of landmarks, I wonder. Might be by the looks of it. But yeah, the level 20 spiders. It's a bit early in the game to be dealing with them, I think.
Something
Right,
oddly
waterfall.
solemn about this place. Such regal creatures, stags.
There's a bird bath.
Just as
Obviously,
Jackdaw
we've been to Jackdaw's tomb before.
Intramuros.
In our main playthrough. Just we came to this a different way. I'm guessing we're heading inside. Oh, yeah, we're not.
Aren't you a little far from home?
Renrock knew you'd eventually
Right, we've got to take these guys out of them first. Him down. There we go, we're done. Let's head in then.
No risk those loyalists.
As I say,
will
we've
report
got
back
about 15-20 minutes of the stream left. If we can get this done today, perfect, and tomorrow will be quicker. But we shall see. I haven't equipped any better gear. We've got better gear on us, and I've not equipped any of it, to be fair. Because we've been in here before as well, I'm not too worried about doing side stuff. I'm going to try and just do what we need to do to get through. I'm not worried about picking stuff up. Yeah, this isn't new to us because we did this just in our main playthrough, just in a different way. There was a different reason to come here, and not for this reason. So I would have preferred it if obviously we weren't replaying something we'd done in our main playthrough, because it seems a little bit weak that they've not added something new. That's the
I
thing.
wonder if any of these skills will help me through this.
If we do find the combat too difficult for our level, then we can obviously change gear. I haven't put any gear in yet, so we can always change gear if needed. Don't think I'm going to get away running away from this fight. They're more our level now, at least. Rather than level 20 ones we saw a minute ago. At least they're our level. There we go. Right, that's 1, 2, 3. There we go. The door should be open. I am rushing it a little bit because I'm concerned about time for today.
Remarkable.
But then again, like I say, we've been here before. None of this is new, which is disappointing. Right, bridge. I think I'm heading the right way. Yeah, I think I am heading the right way. Right.
It's a good thing Jackdaw didn't fall down there.
Bridge to us. Bridge to us. As I said, we don't need to fight. We won't. There's no reason for us to. If we can get a run away from it, we will do. This makes life quicker. I think we're heading this way. So I'm kind of guessing on which way we need to go. There's a platform there. Is there another route this way? Or do we need to use the platform? The route this way.
There it is.
There it is.
The bridge. It's almost complete.
More spiders. These can't be what beheaded Richard Jackdaw.
Right, I think we do have to fight this one. I don't think I'm going to be able to get away from these guys. I'm not fussed about dueling features on that. It's just about staying alive, ideally. Incendio didn't work there, did it? Right, someone's down. Who's got left? Perfect.
There's a victory that came none too
Oh no,
soon.
bigger one to deal with first. Before we can get there. Two big ones. We have leveled up as well. Thought I had some ancient magic to use, but not quite. Caught that. Just trying to focus on one over all of them. Focus on one at a time, it makes things a lot simpler to deal with. Right, one matriarch is nearly down. Right, one matriarch down. Right, matriarch, ancient magic. Well, it's not going to take it out fully, but it'll do some damage. Accio doesn't work on it, does it? Right, matriarch down. Job done. Go. No, not job done. There's still one here, isn't there? There's several, actually. No, that's done.
I can only imagine how
right, one's there to ring. Where's the other ones to ring? One there. I'm trying to see where the other one is to ring. It's down here, isn't it, I think?
I'll need to look around.
Yeah, there. It's 1, 2, 3. We're close to getting this done. Oh, let's go.
I must be getting closer to Jackdaw's remains. And those pages.
We are very close. We've got another fight first.
We meet again, Richard Jackdaw.
There we go. There's the pages.
The splinters must be what's left of Ollivander's wand. At least I can take the pages. Here it is. The map that brought your doom, Jackdaw. Is there something beyond this
Do I need to go beyond this room? Or can we... No, we've got to defend ourselves. So it's not as simple as just getting here and getting done. We've actually got to do other things as well. Too far away for Incendio to work. We'll save our ancient magic just in case we've got any other fights after this one, but what feeling we have. Been down. Yeah, before I remember the big ones came alive, so that's why I was saving our ancient magic. So the house, yeah, see the downside of the house, I suppose if you haven't done another playthrough, this house specific quest wouldn't be that bad. It's just the fact that we're replaying something we did in our first playthrough. It's not new. I think that's the bit that gets me a little bit, is I would have liked it to be new. But I suppose if you chose this as your first one, it would be new, wouldn't it? I think that's the big difference. too far away from sending to work, but that was a bit of a waste. There we go. Big guy's down. I was just going to fast travel out, but I can't.
That's unnerving. What's happening? I've seen this before.
We have seen it before.
And the restricted section. Where am I? Oh no. The room is starting to flood. How am I being protected?
Oh, I remember this now. So I was just trying to work out whether I remember this. I do remember this.
I can only hope this magic protects me until I'm able to make my way out of here.
Okay. Can I run yet?
What
Yeah,
is this place?
So we have made it to the map chamber as a Ravenclaw. We have done it in one stream. I was concerned you wouldn't. I need obviously the trophy to pop up, and it's not popped yet. But we have made it as a Ravenclaw, which was the aim of today's stream, was to try and do this partial playthrough. And we're here. Can I skip the cutscene? No. As I say, the house-specific quest. It was okay. It was cool to see the owlery, but it wasn't brilliant. To be fair, it's something different, I would say. Well, I'm waiting for the actual. I would like these things to pop up. I can't skip any of this.
Finally found our map chamber?
So with about 10 minutes left of the stream to go, we may have achieved their goal.
I am indeed.
Today.
I must confess that I am surprised to see
tomorrow we'll
someone
start
so young
a different house,
before me.
but it will be quicker because we're going to skip a lot of the cutscenes we saw today. But we'll be Hufflepuff probably tomorrow and Slytherin on Friday.
Ability
and see if we can do this a bit quicker.
Ancient magic. Yes, sir, I do.
It's quite
As
a
you
long
have likely
period to
realized
get
by
to
now,
this point.
Our ability gives us a unique relationship with all
I can now
forms of
understand why
magic.
a lot of people
We
haven't
can
done the
access
platinum. You know, you got to think it's taken us 3.5 hours to get to this point, and that's about exploring,
Opportunities will arise
doing any
that
side
allow you
stuff
to
with
sharpen
just for
this
the main
rare
story
talent.
only.
Do not
So to take
squander
this
them.
3.5 hours,
Professor.
it's quite a while to
Thank
be
you.
fair.
We have much to discuss.
Unless you actually are a trophy
But
hunter, I can
first,
understand a lot of people
a
not
map
doing it.
found in a certain book led you here. Place
Although we
the
still haven't
book
got the trophy
on the
yet.
pedestal.
I don't have the book with me, sir.
That is unfortunate. I'm afraid we must pause our conversation until you return with the book.
I think we get it after this.
Very well. I'll retrieve the book right away.
Good. We shall speak again once the book is in place.
Okay, talents. Yeah. Trophy achieved, the Wise Owl. So we've now achieved the trophy for the partial playthrough, which is our aim. Let's leave the map chamber. My plan is I'll quickly go back to Hogsmeade so we can finish off the house quest as well. I didn't think we'd get this done in one stream. The way the stream was going, I thought we're still miles away. But actually, I forgot that led to
I found the
it.
pages and the map chamber. Why would I need the book?
Right, we still need to exit the map chamber, so I'm not fast travelling just yet. Because the mission isn't saying it's done. So I'm just holding off a second. But yeah, I wasn't. The way it was going, I really thought we'd messed up.
Hogwarts? I wonder when Professor Fig will be back. I did promise him I wouldn't neglect my studies while he was away.
I didn't think we was going to achieve
Suppose I
that,
have
but
enough
we
to
have.
distract
So
myself
we need to
with
head
till
back
he
to
returns with the
Hogsmeade
book.
to Mr. Ollivander. There we go. Well, that's why I was waiting for that to happen. Okay, let's see if the quest for Mr. Ollivander is still there. It's not, strangely. I thought we'd have to go back and speak to him about what happened to his wand, to be fair. But that's not on there anymore. Well, let's head back to Hogsmeade and just see if we can have a conversation, because if that's the house quest done, then I hate to say it, but that is horrendously bad. Because there's no ending to it. I'm hoping go and speak to him, there'll be an ending to it.
Does it get any more cozy than...
Okay, press the sharp.
The banishing charm, useful for pushing objects or
But at least the
adversaries
trophy-wise have achieved what we
Complete the
needed.
required tasks and meet me in my classroom.
Right. Yeah. Can we speak to you? Why can't we speak to you? Mr. Mayor Plays, good morning. Are you having tomatoes for lunch, are you? Well, we can't even speak to Mr. Ollivander. Don't know why we can't speak to him. Let's go back. If I fast travel again, it may reset it. It's because we got a quest.